I'm Tim. I'm playing Holt Arden, the halfling druid. All this crazy stuff just happened, and Holt slept through it.
I did not realize that. That's pretty funny.
I am Kylan, playing Avrael Arcath, the Oath of Vengeance swashbuckler. I am kind of brought to my knees in disdain because I failed to stop the thing I sought to destroy.
I'm Chuck. I play Elias Blaze, the Satyr Bard, and Elias is very confused because he just did a bunch of stuff that he didn't realize he was going to do, and then Jethro came and stole his thunder. So he's just like, I should feel bad, but I kind of don't, but I do. So, yes.
I'm Trevor, playing Jethro, the Goliath Barbarian, and kind of reeling from the fact that not only did I actually attack Ulma for the first time this entire thing, the little girl that was sent down here to help, but also struggling with the fact that I might have been wielding a god's member the entire time.
Fair point. Fair point.
I'm Jody. I play Satra. And I don't really understand what happened because nothing was remotely how I thought it was supposed to be. But I still don't like Oma.
I am Larissa. I am playing Arlen, the Genasi sorceress. And I think she is staring daggers into Elias right now, just at the splintered wood of her door, and just going, "Why?"
All right. Well, that's where we'll pick up in the small of the inn, the Golden Tankard, where you're, I guess, trying to figure out what's going on. So yeah, where are we going from here?
So while still straddling Elias, I'm going to grab him by his jacket.
Hey, he's there. I am Jordan.
This is 50 Shades Darker, the Stonegte.
Not safe for work.
This is not
50 Shades of Stonegate.
I'm like, why'd you do it? What got into you?
I don't know. I don't know what just happened. Well, all I know is he's a bad guy.
You hear a sound. Somebody coming up the stairs.
Okay.
Is Elias still wearing his ring of night shielding?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I mean, a couple seconds goes by, and Elena, the proprietress of the Golden Tankard, sticks her head in. She's got what looks like these golden pistols that she's holding right there, and her hair is all kind of mussed up. You can tell she must have been asleep, and she heard the noise. She's in a robe, and she's, "What's going on here? Oh my goodness! Where's the wee lass you had? What happened to her? Why? Don't kill your friend. Your friends, aren't you? What's going on?"
Me still staring at the bed where Ulma was a moment ago before I so rudely stabbed her.
Yeah.
And just being like, I don't know.
And she says, and she takes the pistols and puts them behind her back and says, "I think we need some ale. Why don't we all go downstairs and see what's going on?" And so she kind of troops down, runs her hand through her hair, and heads down the stairs.
I'll get off.
Assuming you guys are going to follow her.
I'm
obviously.
gonna I'm gonna do detect celestial fiends and undead just to make sure the party isn't like possessed or nothing. Because my paladin feature.
Right. I don't think anybody is possessed anymore. Oh, hang on. Take that back.
Don't maybe see any remnants.
The topaz, remember, that he cracked. It was in the box. You still detect something godly coming from it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
And you cast the mold earth spell, right?
It was me, but yeah.
You did.
Oh, so
The moldy earth box, yeah.
Halt! I guess I grab the box and head to his room.
And knock on his door.
Really loud. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, wake up! What's that situation?
What's it?
Oh, it's dead.
What's it?
Not really, but yeah.
Well, you won.
Sorta?
You woke me up now. I'm awake now. I come to the door and I open it.
Could you open this box? And I hold the stone little coffin thing.
Let me see.
Might have used this.
I went for a long rest. So I don't know.
You're in the middle
Trying to
of
figure this out
right
right
now.
now.
Quite. Yeah.
How exactly? I know how you made the box. Is it just stone? Is that all it is?
Yeah, just stone.
You might be able to just.
You want me to just open it?
I mean,
He does have 18 strength.
Sure.
He can probably smash it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to smash this thing.
Give me a strength check then, real quick.
I would like
smash
to
it with
use athletics since it specifically says breaking things.
Oh, okay. Then let's use athletics, which means you get your proficiency bonus and all that other good stuff.
I also get advantage because I'm about smashing things.
That's right.
So how's the 26 look for?
Oh yeah. All right. So you reach over and you just kind of twist the box. You can see that the stone begins to kind of buckle and flake, and then you just and it comes open. The topaz falls out, hits the ground. Ding, 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 ding. You notice there's a crack running in it, but there's still this kind of golden glow that it's had the entire time.
Holding the pieces, looking at stone. What does this mean?
I grab a cloth and snatch it up.
You snatch
Bending! I just hold it up.
Can I mend?
it.
Oh no, something.
Huh?
Can I do mending on it?
You can try.
What would I use for it?
It's a spell.
Yeah, there's a spell called mending.
Oh,
You probably have.
Well, unless you got something else that'll.
You probably have it. I mean, mending's a really cool spell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, I love it. You put graffiti your ball or you just mend it back up.
That's right. Break someone's heart.
Wait, does it
mend
work?
it back up.
It does, yeah, because you can like
Yeah,
repair like a 5-foot little thing. Like
Yeah.
if they etch something into
Oh,
it.
okay, I got
That's
it.
what I meant.
I thought you meant like paint. I was like, I feel like prestidigitation would be really
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be way
That's-
better. Yeah. I was thinking about like etchings into
Pretty cool.
the wooden tables.
God, you say that just makes me think of like I've walked into so many places where like when you walk in like through that front door, there's that beam just in the front, and just so many
Full of
people,
stuff.
just
Yeah.
names, all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, if you didn't smash it, I could have cast a spell. And I did have enough spell slots. I forgot. I just ran away in the last fight, which means I never actually cast any spells hardly. So
Nice.
I was good.
Hey, that works.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
That's what it
She does not have mending,
no,
folks.
I do not have mending.
We'll have to work on that. That's a really good alchemist
Really
spell.
good cantrip.
I'll
Yeah.
remember that.
I mean, it's a cantrip. We're an entire city full of
Wait,
alchemists.
I
We can
have
probably-
Somebody's probably got it.
lesser restorations.
Huh?
I think that's for bodily
Peach
stuff.
That's what you get in
Yeah, that's like
Gotcha.
curses.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this is curses.
Oh,
but
never
yeah,
mind.
Poison. Yeah.
Can't help.
Status of
Okay, so she doesn't think she can mend it. She'd have to get that next time she levels up or something like that. So yeah.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I cast Featherfall on it.
Well, hey, last time we did identify or detect magic on her or something. That worked really,
it
really
worked
well.
really well.
Yeah.
I say don't put any magic on this thing because, you know,
Does it?
I
Does
think
it still
I think I
feel
went to
magical?
somebody's house.
Are you going to detect magic on it?
You've also murdered someone.
I don't
I know.
actually
I
have.
think I gave
I can do
my
that.
potion
Do you have it?
I can do it.
Missing a healing potion.
Okay,
Sounds
so
like you're on a drunken binger.
Soccer's going to do detect magic as a ritual on his topaz. 10 minutes goes by.
Oh wait, does it say? It doesn't say in here that I can do it as a ritual though.
What does it say?
So I can just do it.
No,
Concentration.
Okay,
Most-
you can just cast
uh,
it. Do you have it
I'll just
memorized?
cast
Is it prepared or what?
Yes. See,
Okay.
Most
That's good.
spells you should be able to do as a ritual. It's
If you've got prep, you
that's
can
what
do
I
it.
thought. But okay.
So you don't
I'll
have to
do
use a
it as a
spell
ritual.
point if you do it as a ritual. It's the big
I'll do it
thing.
as a ritual.
So yeah, you cast detect. Yes, still glows a lot. Soccer, give me a Arcana check real quick.
Yeah, now she's gonna stare.
No, she going. Get ready. She's
Isn't this what happened to you?
yes.
Right. What's
Take her
going
down
on?
Now, take her down hard. Make sure she doesn't turn into
Okay.
evil
I
minion.
really don't understand what
Is that a
led
D20?
us up to this point. All I know is waking up and then running down the hallway. That's-
I don't know what led us up to this point.
You've been sleeping.
I literally got woke up
21.
to dispel a box. I didn't even dispel it. You broke it. What's going on?
Yeah. 21. Okay, so you are looking at the thing and you notice that it still has a great deal of the magic that it had before, though getting a high enough level and having looked at it, you can tell that its magic, or excuse me, the power that's contained within it is diminished. You think it might be due to the crack in it, maybe being, kind of marring it, but you also think that whatever power is contained in it some of it got out. So yeah.
Huh.
Which probably means that she who rises is now even more powerful.
Woo!
This is
So
great.
whatever was in here, part of it got out. So maybe she who rises is stronger than
It's
she was before.
partially magical even.
But there's still
less than
some
that.
left inside.
So how
I don't know how that
how
works.
did y'all break it? It was inside. I put it inside of a case.
Oh, we didn't break it. It was the apparition of the boy. Who
Well,
was-
Elias, Jethro, and the Shawnee one teamed up.
Mm-hmm.
The hell?
Yeah, it was.
Down my
I don't know.
And all just like
And all of a sudden, yeah, it was confusing.
They may have been altered, but mine possessed.
Yeah.
We were woke from a dead
I still
sleep.
squint at Elias. Like,
That's
There is definitely something outside my control.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
What happened to your fancy sword?
I think you said didn't like
Just
Disappear,
disappear,
yeah.
turn into smoke. Yeah.
yeah. Well, apparently, I stabbed Olma.
You stabbed Alma?
Apparently,
You're the only one that wanted to save Alma.
I know.
I didn't. I
also wanted to say
I had
Alma.
no objections to saving Alma.
Your sword melted into a white sticky substance and soaked
my
in
own.
No.
Sarge just like, I didn't want to say her. Blaze like, no, you wait for me.
Okay.
Jesus.
I don't know. Whenever I came to my senses, there was Olma and the I don't even remember his name. The boy from the from Stonegate.
It's
I'll tell you in a second, I wrote it
Trahan,
down.
not Trahan.
Orin.
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 It was Olma and Orin, and then he called us a fool. Said that this was part of his plan from the beginning. Said that they were meant to be together. They disappeared. I turned around. They're on top of each other. I don't know what's going on.
Y'all were on top of each other?
We're not in a fun way.
No. Not fun way at all.
Is it that kind of fun way?
Yes.
And what happened to the door?
That's what I would like to know.
Well, you see, what happened was.
What happened?
So, I don't.
Still
So,
waiting for us to go get drinks.
yeah. We're walking and
I
talking.
feel like, yeah.
walking
Walk and talk.
Yeah, heading
Walking
downstairs.
in and talking in.
Yeah, so when I looked in that topaz, something happened, and all of a sudden I thought it was the greatest idea in the world to help She Who Rises out. And so, but she told me not to tell y'all because she's sneaky like that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And so I
That's
listened.
fair.
So I waited until y'all were all asleep, and I had the dagger. I knew where the priest lady was.
Mhm.
I went and got some blood from her. She's still alive, I
Wait,
think.
you got blood from a priestess?
Yeah, there's priestess. Yeah, you're the angry
But I
dude who
thought
was last
you had
night. His
the-
daughter was a
Wait, it was a little
priestess.
kid?
She's a teenager. And
She
so.
dead?
You stabbed her?
I mean, I just a little poem. I gave her a healing potion. She should be fine. And then we came back, and I had to go get the thing.
Then you came into my room unannounced.
Yeah, and I got the
Right.
what was it?
Scale, I believe.
The scale and the ooze.
Yeah, the scale, the ooze, and
Scale and ooze are-
I forgot how I tricked
He
you
did
somehow.
some shifty mage hand magic with
Yeah, and so I got the stuff, and I'm pretty good at this. I mean.
it. He's very good.
And then I went to get the topaz, and I had to enter the room, not in the most best way I could, which was the door. And
Well, I'm lucky I locked the door because I could have had my throat slit in the middle
well,
of
no, it was just I was going straight for the topaz. That's all, just the topaz, and then I had
you
to.
don't know she might have influenced you to
She
try to
might,
take out.
she might have, but I was single-minded, and
It seems like you were double-minded.
yeah, pretty much.
Double.
Yep. And so I went to dispel magic, counterspell. I mean, that just very well done. Nice job.
For all the
And then all of a sudden, Jethro comes like Kool-Aid Man through here and comes in.
Yeah.
And comes and stabs
Or
her.
a juggernaut, you know?
do you mind if I have a look at that ring of mind shielding that you have?
Sure.
I'm gonna look at it.
He takes it off, immediately possessed again.
It starts
I just want to. Can I do an Arcana check to see if it's working or?
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Should have gotten my dice out before now.
Mm.
So here's the thing. That's a natural 1. So
You're thinking it may be broken.
okay, we're gonna need a refund for this.
It broke.
It's a pretty piece of jewelry, but
Alright.
not worth it if it's.
It looks like it's broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're downstairs. I assume you fill Elena in on what all transpired. She says, "Oh, well, if your ring of mind shielding is not working, we need to get that taken care of immediately from the alchemist, the artificers guild. They can get it working right quick for you. Not right now, obviously, because they're in bed, but we can do it tomorrow morning. Now, so any idea where Olma and this boy Orin might have gotten off to? I mean, star-crossed lovers. I expect they found somewhere kind of dark and, well, it's been a while. How old did you say they were?
Teenagers?
16.
Oh,
Well, I mean, like She Who Rises and
the entities are ancient.
Millennia
I mean,
old.
and they've been apart for 1,000 years. Oh yeah, they found somewhere quiet and dark. Oh yes. So.
That's why I had to get a sword bag.
Correct. I mean, I don't know of any.
Last time we did teleport.
Would they try to go to the Elven Wood or anything like that? I mean,
That's where Miriam told you about.
right. I
Would
mean,
I know if they have any sort of incentive to go to this?
Well, give me an Arcana check real quick.
Alright.
They're the ones that spilled on one in the first place.
Oh, that's a little better, but not much. Where are my
Does anybody have a teleport
My,
circle or a
here
teleport
it is.
spell?
No.
Okay, I didn't think you guys did yet.
I mean, I could have picked that, but I didn't.
No, yeah.
Well,
So your high enough level actually.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
and I think I can make
Give me an Arcana
13
check.
kind of
as well,
boots.
please.
13.
No, you don't really have any. Yeah.
That's good.
Way better by like by a lot than what I rolled.
Because I don't think I'm very good at that.
I believe in you.
21.
Very good
Okay.
rolls.
Knowing what you know about teleport spells, you have to be reasonably familiar with the area to teleport to it.
Right.
If you don't, there's a very good chance you're going to wind up in a wall. The outside world, if they've been away from it for 1,000 years, is not going to be anywhere the same. The only place that they're going to know really well is Stonegate. Okay, because
Gotta go
Oh,
home.
crap.
that's where Olma and Orin are
They're
from.
going for.
They are going to know Stonegate, and that's where they would probably have to teleport to.
That's why
We're
we should have
deep in here,
killed
too.
Olma a long time ago.
Wait at least like a day or two.
Stop lying. Indicating she was right the whole time.
Wait,
Okay.
don't these people here in this city, don't they have some sort of arcane gate that they used to travel for?
I will say, in a weird and messed up way, though, we got her back.
Oh, yeah, she's back home. Mission accomplished.
Is my oath fulfilled? That doesn't feel like my oath.
You're not a failure, good sir.
Success.
Of course, we have a teleportation circle.
Failed successfully,
I
or
could probably get one of the
Mission
artificers to set you up with a spell. Let's see. Are any of you of high enough level to cast the teleport spell?
Not even close.
Well, then,
Well, I think
The highest I can cast is 5th level spells, so I think it's
I
a
think
7th
I
level
can
spell.
create.
Oh,
So I got
teleport
the,
is seven.
tele-
Teleport circle
Yes.
is
Oh,
Oh,
So
okay.
that's
Hang
like
on.
that
So-
teleportation circle.
right.
I could get that.
I can radiantly smite people very well.
Teleportation. Well,
Not so much.
all right. Let me see the.
I recently found out I'm very good at breaking stone boxes.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
I don't have
Apparently
it.
found no shortage of items from
Or else I
Stonegate, so
would've
it shouldn't be hard to
gotten the thing.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been
lower
like,
the difficulty
I've been
of
thinking about it,
teleportation.
but like 3 levels from now, whenever we get to like where we get another thing, I was thinking about
Yeah.
picking up Prodigy, just so that I could get expertise.
Athletics. You're really good at breaking things.
I mean, that put me at plus 12 with advantage.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
does it have
Wow.
to be
That's good.
Holt, give me intelligence or wisdom check. Excuse me.
Ooh.
So the
I have portable ramp.
lowers
Doors
into
scare
a
me,
fifth
man.
level spell?
Yeah, right. You go to the Dwarven City. Not this guy. You got
Wisdom?
Wisdom, yeah.
You like the new strength test, like an adamantine, like weapons and armor.
Is that what?
Seven.
Okay,
Oh.
let's see.
I rolled
Arlen,
two.
give me a wisdom check as well.
Wisdom.
Alright, what's happening? I went to the bathroom and now y'all to making wisdom
No.
checks.
Straight
Not
wisdom.
wisdom saves. That's not.
You know the key word.
It's-
That's a,
Everybody
Just a check.
yeah, just a check. You get your, wisdom bonus.
It's
That's
a
good.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is good. You remember when you were learning basic magic with Miriam that she had mentioned something about this sequence of sigils for a teleportation circle that she knew about. You're pretty sure that you could remember the sequence, and if they cast teleportation circle, you could probably get back to the one that Miriam knew about. Now, you're not exactly sure where that teleportation circle is.
It's somewhere in Stonegate, or
It's somewhere near where Miriam knew about.
with
Yeah.
the elves. Okay.
Well, maybe.
I could get us in an approximate direction of that community if that's a place we're interested
Do you think it's on the surface?
in. It is on the surface, right?
Probably. Miriam never really talked to you about going into the Underdark.
And I have no recollection
mean-
of any sort of dealings she would have had on the ground.
I don't know about y'all, but at this point, that might be the best attempt that we have to get somewhere quicker.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a week to get back up if we walk, so.
Right. What's up?
Unless we repeatedly haste the
Oh, right,
punishments.
Yeah.
You have one. Now you
No,
could
I have-
you use the coked up giant lizards that you never really
I
got
could
to
just
use.
spend sorcery points to just constantly cast haste.
Just cast haste
This
on the
was
dragon
a-
and tie him to it.
Yeah.
Well, just
Let's get a Policeosaur.
yeah.
We don't know, that's the problem.
Yeah.
We do
I
have
think the
quite.
teleportation circle's probably going to be our.
We have quite the bevy of resources stashed away outside of the mines we came in.
True.
We
Yeah.
want to pick those up first.
Did we?
I'll come back for later,
give
send a messenger.
those to the.
We should- We did those, but we found some more inside the mines after fighting the ropers,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
and we stashed them. We could just send somebody to get them later.
Oh, yeah, that was a while back.
It was a long time ago, but I've been thinking about it every day.
I don't even remember what the stuff is. I
Yeah.
go,
It
Unfortunately,
was right inside, or you know what?
We
We
could.
stashed it right inside the gate.
Right, yeah, it was right
door.
inside.
Mhm.
yeah, unfortunately, the problem
You
with
know
that
what we
is,
do?
is if we're trying to get back in a hurry,
We could sell the
Yeah.
information
Depends on
about
what's
the
worth more
location
to you, the oath
to an
or-
adventurer locally.
Probably that.
They could compensate us for,
What if we found Reginald the Goblin? He can.
Yeah. So Reginald.
the
The mountain.
We don't
I'm sure
have
he
the-
has matters of state to attend to. It's very important.
Do we not have the horses anymore?
Did you ever have horses? I think you had lizards.
We had
Lizards.
horses leading up to the cave, but from that point all the way down, we haven't had them since.
Right.
yeah, they're outside of that dwarven mine.
Mines.
I mean, that's if they're.
No, I think that actually, I think we let those two dwarves take them.
That's what it was. Yeah,
Two
we
dwarves
were
used them and
That's
took
what
the
it
cart and
was.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that
Okay.
what it was?
Yeah.
So
All right,
I
well-
think the teleportation circle is going to be our best bet to get to the surface quickly. So,
You need a weapon.
And you know how to cast it?
well,
Oh,
they have a
no, I'm-
teleportation circle. They're going to give
I got
us
my trusty axe.
probably a
It's
one-time use scroll.
it's not quite like
Sounds good.
the god member.
A
But
god member. A god's member.
The god member.
That sword's forever going to be known as the god member.
God member.
It seemed like a mighty tool.
it sure seemed like
It felt like that in my hands.
You guys are funny.
Warm to the touch ever.
you know.
You know, it's
I was
really knows about
always-
the size
My
of your
hands were always
sword,
playing
not
me
the
when I
way
was
you
holding
swing
it.
Good for you.
I was always curious when we found it without a hilt. You know, just
Right.
That makes a lot more sense
That
now.
makes a lot more
As
sense.
long as you remember to put it in a sheath.
did you?
Always.
I don't think this god did.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty, so Elena says, well, better get a good night's sleep. It may be the last one you get for a while, depending on what's going on up on the top side. And we'll talk to the head artificer about getting you teleported or something like that in the morning. He wouldn't take very well to, us waking him up now. So yeah. Yeah, you get a long rest. That's okay.
Uh,
So you head back up. Sleep.
Can I borrow some extra? I asked Elena or whatever. Can I borrow a couple extra locks? It seems like the door's not doing so well.
Just move your bed in front of us.
Consider it done.
I would say live in a tiny hut, but the call might be coming from inside the hut.
Yeah. That little head flick right there. It might be good from inside.
Like, mind control! Look at you!
Hey. Bippity
Um,
boppity boo.
If you
I feel
remember,
like Chuck had a lot of fun with being mind control.
I really do.
It's like, oh, I'm
Just
not
try it.
responsible for what's happening.
Just try everything.
I'm going ham.
Yeah.
if you remember, Kylan's got an extra sword.
He doesn't want to use a rapier.
No. The sword of life stealing that you got. It was buried under the floorboards of that guy's stuff. You don't remember?
Oh, the guy that was murdered here in town?
Yes, the one who was murdered.
I don't remember finding it.
Yeah, the treasure hunter guy.
No, yeah, because you found the dagger at the same
It's
time,
never
but you
figured
chose the
out.
dagger instead.
I'll take it. Yeah, sure. What does it do?
It, hang on, let me find the exact.
Yeah, I know you had another thing I forgot about. Thanks.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think I need
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry, it's a 9-life stealer sword.
No, I have that. I'm using it.
Oh, you're using it.
Wait, what? The dagger? No.
No.
Okay, no, 9 lives. Yeah, it's a dagger of soul, so 9 lives stealing sword.
I do remember that being mentioned, but I don't
9-life stealing
I
sword.
don't know why I didn't write it.
It's a long sword. That's why you didn't use it. It's +2 bonus and an attack. It has a D8 +1 charges. If you score a critical hit against a creature that is fewer than 100 hit points, it must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution save or be slain instantly. As the sword tears its life force from its body, the sword loses 1 charge if the creature is slain. When the sword has no charges remaining, it loses its property. Okay, it has 9 charges. So.
Jethro, do I have the weapon for you? I just take that out of a pack. Here you go. Toss it.
They call this one the Rhodes member.
So yeah, did you catch
This
all
is
those
a
at once?
Avrael's member.
This is
Plus
the
two
19
hit
member.
range.
Another cursed weapon
It's
that we
not
are
9
going
life
to
stealer. Should be on D&D Beyond because it is an
I
actual
don't do in
thing in the
curses.
Dungeon Master's
Well,
Guide.
in righteousness.
I see your longsword
Right,
life
right.
stealing.
No, well, I don't know.
Hang on a second.
No, there's a
It
9
might
life
be,
stealer.
uh,
It might be older though, or something, or a different book.
Yeah, just,
I might not have my stuff like all
Just choose
activated.
one
Let me.
man.
because 9 life stealer is actually from the Dungeon Master's.
Which between us two,
Yeah, just type in the word nine, N-I-E.
For my
it's
wand, I had
in
to
there.
just type in that I had 1 and then I just
Oh,
pasted
my bad. I
copy
actually
spirit
used the
shroud as the
number.
spelling.
Okay, so that's
So yeah. So anyway, Elena says for you to go sleep the rest of the night. So you kind of head back. It's hard to get back to sleep, obviously, after all the things that have happened. But yeah. So the rest of the night is quiet. Thank goodness.
Good.
And you wake early in the morning to head downstairs, have some breakfast, probably another tankard of ale. Elena, of course, is getting breakfast ready. The fruit's peeled and sliced up for you. And she says, I've sent a runner to talk to head artificer Alicia. We'll see if we can get an answer back from her quite quick. She's quite busy, but I told the runner it was very, very important. Could be a matter of life and death on the surface. So hopefully we won't have to wait too long. She pulls out some ham, fries it up for you.
take some
Pretty
ham.
quiet.
Mm-hmm.
About an hour. Oh, what are you gonna do? Tell me what you're gonna do.
Real quick, I'm just gonna give out treats. I can make 8 of them now.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna give each of you guys a treat, and it can give you an extra 1d8 hit point.
All right. About
Temporary.
30 minutes to an hour goes by, and you see this young man in robes walking up to the golden tankard, and you kind of vaguely recognize him. He was the guy who was in the gift shop, if you remember, at the Artificial Guild, Garland. And he comes in and he says, he kind of takes his glasses and wiggles them like that and goes, "Oh, it's my friends from a couple weeks ago. Well, I heard that you needed to go meet with head artificer Alicia. Matter of life or death."
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty great.
Also, we'd like a refund.
Yeah, well,
please.
yeah, I got a ring that doesn't work.
What is
Y'all
it
gave me a
called?
Let me see it. So he looks at the ring and he kind of does this and goes, "There's nothing wrong with this ring. It's perfectly fine."
Let me see.
But how come I was possessed?
You were possessed.
Yes.
You couldn't have been.
He very clearly was.
So wait a second. He's saying you couldn't have been?
And you have to ring. Yeah. Yeah, he said it's fine. It's working perfectly.
I'm gonna do an insight check on both of them.
Make me a roll.
That's a 14.
They both seem to believe that they're telling the truth.
All right.
Now, that being said, Elias, give me an Arcana check.
I can't so goes through like, hey, well, Jose, he didn't roll deception.
That's 11.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe Elias would have beat my 14.
I had to roll it.
Now, that being said,
first 13 or something.
Carolyn looks at you and says, well, you know, rings of mind protection aren't foolproof. You know, they just prevent someone from taking over your will. If someone convinces you to do something, you can. They don't protect you from, say, persuasive people. I mean, if you happen to run across a very attractive bar owner, and she kind of puts the moves on you and winds up taking you back to her place, and Elena goes, "What are you talking about there?" And it's, nothing at all. Well, then, you're still going to be falling to her womanly wiles. And Elena looks at me and goes, "Take them to see Alicia and get out." And so, she shushes them out. Anyway, so you're out on the
Just bump
street.
Elena. Going, appreciate you, girl.
Yeah. So you head out on the street towards, if you remember, the big stone building where they were doing all the different artificing. You go in through the main doors where the gift shop is, and you actually see working the gift shop is Vanessa. Remember, she was the first woman who was there that you met, and she was the one who sold you all of your stuff, then, worked out the deals for when you would pay for it and come pick it up and all those other things. And you kind of step around the little screens that are there and head back towards the left part, the left rear part of the building, big stone building. Remember, there were all kinds of vehicles they were working on, there were boats they were working on, and literally what you're heading towards is what looks like a pile of spare parts. However, there's some stairs going up. And so you head towards the spare parts, kind of take a hard left, go up the stairs, you hit a landing, go up again, and you come up to this small, I guess it looks like a tower. In this tower, there's a bunch of tables with all kinds of things laying out on them. You recognize some of the things, though a lot of them you've never seen before, Sartre, because you're an alchemist and this is other artificial stuff. The rest of you are kind of looking at it, and there's rings, there's brass fittings, there's crystals, and you see with her back to you is a woman in what looks like a red robe. She's got the hood up, and she seems to be very busy doing something. And when she hears you come up the stairs, she holds up one finger like that, and then goes back to whatever she's doing. Okay, bring it in.
She held up a finger like pressed away.
Like this. Kind of got that idea. You're not sure.
Okay.
She might have been saying, worship the god of artificers. Who knows?
Someone slice that finger. That was
Just lean over to
Just wait for a second.
We're the heroes of
I don't lean over to this
Stonegte.
doctor.
Okay.
That's right.
She
Do
was
it. Other places.
Can I see
The dwarven.
around her or through her?
You
Or
can
is
see
she
kind of
blocking
flickers
everything?
of light in front of her, but there's a big red, kind of voluminous robe, and it's really kind of hard to see.
You know
I'm
what?
going
I'm
to
just
cast
gonna
the
quietly walk up. I'm just gonna
I'm going to cast Druid Craft. And I'm going to just let a nice scent of pine waft past her nose.
You don't notice any. You kind of move around to see what she's doing. She's casting some kind of spell, and it's glowing. You see different colors of electricity
Make it
going
smell
into
like nature.
something. You're not really sure what it is.
Far.
It might be a helmet. It might also be the head of an automaton. You're not real sure. But she, kind of works on it for about 30 seconds, and then she kind of pulls her hood off. And you see this woman, she's got red hair, but it's shot through with streaks of gray, which means she's pretty old. Now, if you remember, the folks who are in this city are not human, they're not elf. They have kind of white and black skin that almost looks like marble. They're from an alternate dimension. And so she turns around, and she looks at you and says, "So, you wanted to meet with me? Some kind of matter of life or death? If I wasn't a good friend of Elena, I don't think I would have let you come to meet with me. But if Elena says it's important, it must be important.
Oh.
So tell me what's going on.
Matter of life and death is not important. I don't know what
You see Aurel start to seethe at this point.
Well, she looks at you and says, a lot of people think it's a matter of life and death. Oh, my boyfriend broke up with me. It's a matter of life and death. Fine, go swim around the And so she says, what do you need?
This isn't quite that trivial of a matter. This is a matter of perhaps the entire fate of, I don't know, maybe the world. We have need to chase after two ancient entities that have recently broken out of a slumber and are hell-bent on perhaps the destruction of all of the known universe. We don't really know what they want, but it could be up to those stakes. However, we just need the use of your teleportation circle if that is at all possible.
Well, that's easy. Fine, follow me. And so when she hears you just need the teleportation circle, she says, oh, that's easy. Fine, I'll cast the spell for you. Not a problem.
Doesn't
And
care
so-
about anything.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
You search like,
easy.
oh, okay.
Wait,
this is
you
something
mean
can
I
do.
could just send you away? Yeah, okay, come on.
And then I can go back to working on whatever I'm
just-
working on.
We want me to
Correct.
get rid of you. Got it.
She walks over to one of the corners of the room, and there's a bunch of stuff stacked in different places, and she kind of sweeps a bunch of the pieces of brass fittings and stuff like that off of what looks like a circle that's inscribed in the floor. And she kind of kicks the stuff out of the way, and she says, okay, I assume you know the sequence of sigils that are necessary?
I have a sequence, yes.
Do you have something to write them with?
I can make something.
She hands you a chalk.
Oh, okay.
A piece of chalk. She's got it. I mean,
Take a chalk. I'll start etching out the sequence of sigils around the circle
Yes, the nice seals.
to get that done.
Yeah, well, you'll need to get into the circle then.
All right, circle.
And
That's just gonna start.
she says, okay, hold on. And you notice that she kind of starts waving her hands and she begins to glow a little bit. The circle begins to glow a little bit. And she says, I hope you got these right.
Right
Me
as
too.
I feel like she's about to send us away, I'm going to cast Druidcraft again real quick, and now she just spells skunk.
Okay. And so,
Oh, this messes up. God.
yeah, fails her concentration check and you wipe it a wall.
We
That'd
get
be
shunted
great.
into the.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now, unfortunately, with the teleportation circle, there is no chance of mishap, so it's kind of nice. Everything goes dark for a second. There's kind of a swirl
I fist bump home.
of shadows around you for just maybe 2 or 3 seconds. You feel like you're moving through another dimension, and then poof, you appear. Looks like a forest glade. Around you, there are these stone pillars, and the sigil is inscribed onto this big stone block in the middle.
I left arms gone.
And inlaid in the stone block is what looks like maybe brass or copper or some kind of metal. And so it's inlaid in there. You notice that it's old. The copper here is all tarnished and has verdigers on it, and so this sigil's been here this teleportation circle's been here for a while.
Does it look elven? Does it look elven?
No, it does not. Well, I mean, it looks like a teleportation circle.
Okay.
They really don't have distinctive, elven ones have little flourishes now. Okay, it looks like a
Is
teleportation.
it kind of like a Stonehenge kind of vibe around
Yeah,
us?
you get a very Stonehenge-y kind of vibe. Yeah.
Do we recognize anything? I mean,
Who's got survival skill?
foresty.
Me.
Give me a survival check if you've got it.
I was going to ask about that
I'm
anyways.
gonna take the chalk that she gave me
Yeah.
and hand it over to someone. A little souvenir.
I rolled terribly tonight.
Yeah.
I got 13.
Okay.
I got a 19.
All right. The area around you.
Tell me
looks-
these trees are similar.
Yeah, well, you kind of like, this looks like maybe somewhere close to Stonegate. You think you're not very far from Stonegate. You're used to the trees that are out there. The oak trees and pine trees and stuff like that. You don't have any weird elven trees, so this looks like it's close to Stonegate.
Is it just a teleportation in the middle of trees, or is it like any structure?
Well, like I said, there's some stones, and that's it. It's just kind of in the middle of the woods. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
Well, if anything, I think we might be close to Stonegate. I don't know exactly how far off, though.
Right.
But you are a forester and a log cutter and tree cutter, so you would
Yeah.
know what a thing or two about trees.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I got +6 in this thing. I can't do the
I have a +9, and well,
What, they the dice
Hey,
determine.
where's the dragon?
Oh yeah.
we
Where's
left
the
them.
dragon?
You did.
Oh, we didn't take the dragon with us.
How do we get him?
Where was he?
He was outside of the inn.
Where were we just? We were just at the inn.
Yes,
He got drunk and
he was
passed out.
asleep outside of the
Yeah.
hotel.
He did. He got
Oh,
drunk
that's
and passed
right.
out. If you remember,
They'll take
he'd
really
never
good
had
care.
ale before. or
Maybe our
wine.
time we'll find our stash of treasure.
But now I feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
We didn't say goodbye.
let's
It's the
say
wee
hi.
lad.
This is
Well,
more important
To
than
be
him.
fair, we did get ambushed in the middle of the night, so we were a little bit out of sorts.
Did we get ambushed or did we ambush ourselves?
Yes.
Something happens to that effect.
Something along that.
I'm still not exactly clear on
But I'm
that.
glad at least one of us got some sleep.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Can you send one of your birds to say we're sorry?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Can you send a crane? A mole. Send a mole.
Yes, I'll see if there's any animals
yeah,
around
even
here.
a mole rat or something.
Yeah.
Do you have a message?
Alright.
No?
Ooh, message. Good message. Reach that far. Who knows how far we are? But
Message will send. Sending is the one
Sending,
that I was thinking of, not message.
You need
Message
probably
is
a couple miles at least.
Sending
you
will
do
go
anywhere.
anywhere in the same plane of existence.
Oh, sending would do it for sure. You are on the plane,
Of
same
course
plane
not.
with this.
I don't have anything
Probably.
like that. I like
Right.
stuff that kills things.
Yeah, I only have the message one.
that's
So
important.
Me too.
Yeah, I've never needed to talk to anyone far away, but maybe if we go to sleep, he'll talk to us. Until
Oh, yeah,
then,
that's right.
Oh, we could
Oh,
find
did
him
we
a
talk
dream
from the
world.
dreams before?
yeah,
We
you know,
did that. How did that do? Do we need to
We just
talk about
slept.
that?
he sort of initiated
do
it,
it.
so I don't
Yeah,
know
he knows
about
us.
the
He might want.
proximity thing,
He
but
might catch
yeah,
us when we're
able to.
sleeping
Yeah,
sometimes.
just take your
You
ring
know,
off, bro.
He said that
What are
he
you
dreamed
doing?
about us before we met, with the first time that we met, so it's entirely possible.
Well, that's
Yeah,
right.
let's all
Yeah.
take a nap. We should
There's
all
many
take a
people who
nap,
dream about
try
me,
and talk
so-
to him.
I think we
just
should
slept.
take
Dream
notes.
about
I am
you.
never sleeping again.
Here, I have a bunch of beer. You can drink lots of beer.
Oh, the thing just started.
I think we need to head towards
I feel
Stonegate
like we have
immediately.
stuff that we need to do.
Well, the reason we left him is because he's not that important on the grand scheme of things. He's just a cool
Haste,
dragon. Let's roll.
Run the paste.
Saving the
Yeah.
world, kind of
All
important.
right, let's go.
Just like the gold, we left
Well,
that for the very same
need to
reason.
figure out
Don't
where
remind
we're
me.
going before we go.
So, you begin heading, I guess, the
Oh,
direction you think is going to take you towards Stonegate.
Well,
You know what?
Can't you turn into like a bird and like fly up or
I
something?
could.
yeah.
I could do that.
You know what we should have done before we
Where are you
left?
going
All
to?
of the magic users in
Yeah.
Savannah, got them to scry.
I did think about that actually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
also thought about taking the spell, but I didn't have anything worth 1,000 gold to use as a focus because I'm broke. So I just
there you
think
go.
Wait,
all the spells I want to use have to have things worth 1,000 gold, so I don't
we
have
have a
anything.
whole stash of stuff that we left in
We
the
left it,
Underdark.
yeah.
and
Yeah,
just wanted
Both
to-
out there.
Yep.
It was a rough night.
So,
Does
you,
Miriam know how to scry?
you're not sure.
But she's at the village that we're trying to find, so
So
All right,
you're
let's go.
you're looking for you turn into a bird and fly up.
yeah, I'll turn into a bird and I'll fly up.
When you turn into a bird and fly up, you realize that you guys are flying out. You're flying up out of the grove behind the temple where you were taught to be a druid, if you remember.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So we're close,
There was
yeah.
a wooden grove, a wooded grove there, where basically your mentor Lucian would go in there and he would worship and stuff like that. And this is the grove, which means you're pretty much dead in the middle of Stonegate.
Yeah, we're
actually.
literally in Stonegate.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
I fly back down. If we had just walked in literally 1 minute any direction, we would have made it to the
Yeah, well, you never know.
But what if we walk the wrong direction?
We're in the middle of the
There's
temple.
really not much wrong direction.
It's literally a.
We would have found the
It's
wrong
literally a
direction.
300 square foot of.
We would have found the one cavern
Yeah,
of
exactly.
Notice,
So when I
though,
go down the hall,
you flew up.
Baby Jessica style.
Was the fact that there was a lot of activity up towards near where the castle was. A lot of activity.
Wait, we hear this now, or we're talking
No,
about
he
when we
flew up in as a bird. He knows
Oh.
it. Yes.
What kind of
Maybe we.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
Think,
Yeah,
you're
we're
not sure. It's
yeah,
a long way
We
off.
don't even know
There's
we're in
something going on.
Stonegate.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
people moving around. You heard a lot of noise from up there. You're not real sure.
Okay. In that case, I will fly back down, turn back into a person.
We're about
I think if we go
300
this way,
miles
though,
away,
that'll be the right
400
way.
miles away.
You're not wrong.
We might be on.
Oh yeah, let's go, guys. Let's.
So I will say that we're in the middle of Stonegate right now.
I think.
so,
Oh, you fly back.
Oh,
yeah. And
right as you're arriving.
so that direction
we're in
would
the
work.
middle of Stonegate. Where?
In that little grove behind the temple.
All right,
I
right.
didn't know this circle
think-
was here.
I think that right as you were arriving, before you explained that, I was in the middle of telling Satra, be like, that moss is not indigenous to our continent at all.
We're really lost.
We're done for.
I love it.
And I'm like, also, there's a lot of trouble up by the castle,
Oh,
Trouble.
up by the old abandoned
Trouble.
castle.
I draw my dagger.
Oh,
But so yeah. Anyways, that direction will work, or any other direction y'all pick to go.
Right.
Let's go towards Cove.
All right.
I
Let's
suppose we
let's go.
instructed
I
Lucy
mean,
to get out with the
when we
Germans.
left, weren't they sending troops?
Are you?
They went south.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
due,
Oh, that's
the
true.
village due east of you. I'm sorry, is the actual temple. I mean, you could actually go to the church if you want. If you go west, I would have to look and see exactly what that
Sounds like we
was.
need to go to the castle.
I'm
Well, I
just
mean,
seeing my parents are okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Your parents are just, I think, are literally across the street. Sartre. I
I'm
think.
breaking off and going across the street as soon as I can.
Well, let's use a buddy system.
I'll go with Satra to make sure.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Across the street, if you look at the map over there,
Okay.
you can see there's the kind of stand trees in the middle of the town. There's the big white building, of course, which is the church. Across the street from that is the doctor and her husband. The baker, which is basically your house, if you look kind of kitty corner that way, is where the bakery is. So it's literally across the street. If you remember, the Screaming Wyvern burned down.
Right.
So it's not there. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? You want to go check on your parents?
I'm gonna go check on my parents.
Okay.
no, that's what you were.
Where do y'all want to meet? Where are you guys gonna go?
Well,
I won't see.
Yeah, we-
I'll let you investigate this castle, I think, first.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'll go check on my parents, then I'll head to the castle afterwards.
Okay.
Alright, don't be a stranger.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to go there and meet up with you.
The rest of you going up to the castle now? All right. Let me handle what they do. Okay, so you head across the street very quickly, walk towards the bakery, and you notice the first thing is that you do not smell the baking of bread or of anything. So there's no cooking going on. You go up to the door. The door is locked. You kind of walk around to the back of the building, and the back door's standing open. You go in. The stove is cold.
Oh, does
Doesn't
it
look
look
like
dusty?
Huh?
Does it look dusty in there? Like
no,
the
it's
Japanese?
just nobody cooked today, which is weird. You know,
Oh.
if you're gonna make fresh bread, you gotta do
Do
that
it- yeah,
daily.
fine, yeah.
So yeah, nothing going on here. You don't see anything untoward other than that, but your parents just obviously did not make bread today, or
Hmm.
any other cakes or stuff like that.
Does it feel like anyone's been here for a while, or does it seem?
It's not dusty.
Okay.
So if they left, it was recently. That's all you can really tell. Yeah.
Well, let's go to the
Chuck.
temple and
Okay.
join the
Well, no, they were going to the
or the castle.
castle.
I mean,
Okay.
also known as castle.
Yeah. Now, the rest of you are heading up to the castle. Okay. Are you walking? Are you staying on the road? Are you trying to sneak through the fields? What are we thinking?
If there are strangers about,
Like,
you
do
would
we
suggest-
hear anything? Is there like, do we?
I mean,
Is it? What's the vibe?
Well, it's oddly still. I mean, normally you would see people out and about in the fields. You would see them tending to the flocks of sheep. You would see them maybe, you'd hear pounding or something like that. Somebody's making like a wheel or a barrel, or you might hear kind of up the hill the sound of the sawmill going. You don't hear anything. It's really, really disconcerting. Yeah.
I
walk
think
down
this
the main
is no, I think this is an approach cautious
Yeah.
to the situation. Maybe
So
through the fields.
through the fields.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
be
y'all go
careful.
ahead.
All right. Everybody give me a stealth
Are,
check.
are y'all back with us now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of looked real quick and came back.
Through the
Yeah.
windows.
So what's going on?
Doesn't seem to be any sound in the town. There's nobody walking around. You don't see any of the townspeople that you kind of know and love.
No.
As we get ready to sneak away, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Sounds
Oh.
good. Everybody gets plus 10.
Thanks.
Thank God.
I got 16 in that case.
What's the skill? What's the skill?
That kid's got a 15.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So 3 and 13. Yeah, 14.
Nice. You get plus 10, remember?
16,
Oh wait,
15.
so I automatically lose off I rolled 1.
If you get a 1, we'll see.
So I got a 32
Oh, wow.
with pass without trace.
19.
Can I just ride on your back?
Well, But he
I got
might be
22.
strong enough.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
22.
22. And you had disadvantage, didn't you?
Yeah, I got 15 total.
Oh, cool. All right. So you guys begin kind of sneaking through the fields. It's odd how quiet the town is. You don't see
16, 15,
anybody.
14.
There you go.
Wow, y'all rolled really well.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that one.
When you gonna...
You can see the animals are still out in the field. You see the sheep that are still, in the pens. You see cows periodically out. You see the fields are just empty. Normally there would be somebody out, at least tending to the fields. But it's very oddly quiet.
Is anything growing?
Yeah, those fields are there. I mean, they've got
Livestock.
livestock are in the fields, just nobody's out with them. You get to basically where the road turns off, or the road splits off to go towards the lumber mill, and the woodworker, and then there's also a road that heads towards the mayor's house.
Rich people.
Right, rich people, that's it. And when you kind of look that direction, you notice that there's nobody on the road, and it sounds like the sawmill is not going. Okay? The only way to really get to the top of the hill, though, is to go up that main road. That's the single approach to the castle. Because that's how they designed it. So you kind of had to come up the main road, or you had to climb the cliffs. Which you can do. You can climb the cliffs if you want, but I'm not sure how many of you are really good climbers.
Could we check
I could be a good
under
climber.
the? What? How did we get to those secret passages? Could we?
Oh, that was in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It led from the castle to the
Oh,
top
yeah.
of the cemetery area.
bleh. All right. I say we cut branches off trees and put them on our heads and pretend they were bushes.
Yeah, it's mobile bushes.
Yeah. Just a bush move, no.
We're really small ints.
That's right.
Wait.
You're legally obligated to
Isn't
not
there,
attack us.
right.
isn't there a back
Protected
way
species.
that we know about inside of the castle with a water?
Well, there's the
feature?
waterfall up.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a waterfall.
There was a
There you go.
to
hidden
the
little
side
locked
part.
area that led behind a waterfall, remember? I can swim up that.
You just love that. Yeah, that's true.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Well, that's water's her thing.
I could also swim
A
with that.
one trick pony.
Just turn into a sandbag.
Look at you.
You can all climb to the back of Holden.
Swim, fly, speed.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
one damage.
Jump into the bag of holding, hold your breath, and then carry them up the river, and there you go. There's it. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So, are you two just going up the river or no?
Oh, I'm not going.
Okay. Remember, you can also climb the cliffs. I mean, you're just gonna need to throw a rope down. So
So
people can
we've
advance.
got the choke point right here.
Right.
Is there anybody up there looking down?
When you look up there, you can see somebody's at the top of the cliff moving around. It looks like a lot of people.
Can I? Let me scout ahead real quick.
You are the sneaky one.
Yes.
As I fade from the shadows and then fade back into the shadows.
Okay.
Just as he's sneaking away, do I recall, was the cemetery down here or up there?
Up there.
Okay.
Yeah, up there.
We do have a rank here, but it's around.
Oh, what?
You gonna roll your stealth check?
You want me to roll up again?
No. What'd you get before?
32.
Okay, cool. All right.
No,
so
when I leave his presence, it'll be a 22.
that's still good. All right, so you kind of
That's
fade
how it works.
into the trees on either side of the road.
of you, don't you?
Only when I cast it.
Oh, only when you cast it. After that, it's
Permanent.
forever. We're not
No.
forever.
No, 10 minutes.
Each creature, no, yeah.
It's like 10 minutes in it or something.
Yeah. It's within 30 feet of me. Never mind.
Pass without trace. Oh, so you have to stay within 30 feet and you get it.
So 30 feet later, I'm down to 22 still.
yeah.
But
That's
I mean,
good.
still. Yeah, pretty good.
All right, so you fade into the trees on the right side of the road, kind of slide towards where the cliff is, and kind of gradually staying among the rocks and the.
What time of day is it again?
It's probably around noon-ish.
Okay.
It's just bright, and so you're kind of moving against the wall, trying to stay out of plain sight. There's there's places to hide, but you're having to go pretty slow. You get to the top of the cliff, staying amongst the stones, looking around, and what you notice is that there are villagers, the people from Stonegate. You recognize all of them moving around inside the castle. You remember you guys had done some repairs to the castle, and when you were getting ready for the orcs and stuff to come through. But it looks like the hole in the wall that you guys have just kind of patched up with wood is repaired. You also notice that a lot of the fallen parts of the wall and things like that, that's repaired too. In fact, it looks like somebody put new stone walls in place. Now, there's only one way you can do that in a morning. You've got somebody who's got the ability to use magic. Okay, that's the only thing.
Can I perceive the villagers and see if they're like acting like they're possessed or like?
Yeah, they're not acting right. They're going around. They are getting wood. You know, some of them are carrying like chairs from their homes, tapestry. They seem to have gotten all the stuff from their various houses and stuff like that, and they're carrying them into the castle. And it looks like they're, I don't know, going to make it really nice and livable again. You notice that there's a group of them that are grabbing the stones from the back wall, and they're taking them and they're moving them out of the castle. So they're clearing the grounds, chopping down weeds, and they're doing it with just kind of this lackluster efficiency that seems like they are not in their right
Just
minds.
like drones.
Yes, very much drones.
You know,
So-
like we're not.
Yeah,
No one's
that's fair.
talking, no one's chattering.
No, not at all. The other thing you notice, however, is that there seem to be a lot of undead just kind of milling around. So, like at the entrance to the castle, there's like 4 or 5 zombies on each side of the road. And they're just kind of standing there. They're not messing with the villagers, but you get the feeling that they're supposed to kind of be there in
Guard
case.
duty kind of deal.
You notice that up on top of the walls, what you can see are some skeletons, most of them with bows. And so it looks like the walls are being manned by undead.
Set up shop inside.
Can I slink around to the general area where we went, like the secret passage to the grave?
Oh yeah,
to the thing?
there's lots of places to hide in the cemetery.
I would like to go to that general direction and tie off like my hempen rope to the sturdiest gravestone
Okay.
closest to the ledge I can, and like
Right. Yeah,
thumb it down.
pretty good. Yeah, you're able to
Then
tie it off, drop it down, and then climb.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll meet back up with the group and tell them what I saw.
Sure. So you guys are waiting for him, and you show back up. Tell them digital download. There you go.
It looks like the villagers are possessed in some weird slave hive mind way. There's skeletal denizens patrolling the grounds. Walls have magically been shifted to become their full selves again. I've got a rope up the side to the secret passage to come in from the bottom, if we'd like to take that.
Did you see Miriam when you were up there amongst the people milling around?
Can I see Mega Rose up there?
Give me a check.
Int check?
Int check. Yeah.
What about history? I think it's about the same.
I'll let you choose int or wisdom because you're trying to remember something.
Ooh, where's no wisdom? Just normal wisdom save?
Yeah, not save, but you just add your
Yeah.
stat to it.
They're both not great. So, 18?
You did not see Miriam. In fact, there were a few villagers who were missing. Maybe you didn't see the tiefling. That's Art.
Smith.
The Smith. Yeah, they're work. You don't. You're pretty sure
Can I
you didn't.
see my employers, the sheriff and
That's where you per. That's a good question.
husband?
Was it? Oh, yeah. What's your name?
Grumman, Grufsha.
Yeah,
Grufsha,
that's
Grufsha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gruma Borspike and Bruno Borspike.
You did see that. Yes.
Oh no.
You did not see Lucian and Saga, the clerics. You did not see her parents either.
Ooh.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Right. And you did not see Miriam. So it seems like maybe a few of the people who were maybe more resistant to mind effects
Got killed.
higher level, translating into metagame terms,
Yeah.
higher level, were able to make the save and not be dominated by this next domination. Yeah.
I did not
That's
see
what Sliver
Miriam,
was hoping for.
nor did I see my
Well, I'll find out.
two guard buddies either, or your parents.
Did you see Art?
I didn't see Art either.
Mhm.
They must be held in the dungeons.
Either that or holding
Hopefully.
out somewhere. Hopefully.
The only dungeons were the
I'll
ones
think
that
about that.
the only dungeons that you know of came
I
through the
think
secret
about it.
passageway. Remember, because the secret passage led to the dungeons underneath the barracks.
Oh, the
So
barracks.
yeah,
Secret tunnel.
that's the one. Remember, you guys had sealed it really well.
Oh yeah, from you talking.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, he's really good at breaking stuff.
This we
He can
found.
do it.
I'm really good
So are you gonna
Thanks
try
to-
to
you're
use
really
our
good at
back door
handling
and
sheep.
sneak in? Is that the
at
plan?
Stonegte, baby.
What?
I was just asking, generally, are we going to use the back door and try to sneak in?
You want to try that?
Might as well.
Don't even really
Right.
know what's going on here yet, but judging by the skeletal archers, I would say someone with necromantic powers taking up shop in there.
Luckily, they don't have eyeballs. That really helps us.
Right.
Right, they still see.
Or sense of smell.
That helps.
Druidcraft, pine scent.
Pine scent, yeah.
Druidcraft Pine Scent is gonna save us at some point.
Druidcraft, herbs.
Yeah.
And we're back, baby.
So what are you gonna do? I mean, it's probably
Start urban
1:00 in the afternoon. It's still pretty bright out. You're not gonna be able to sneak up there. Without being seen. There's just the area around the castle's been cleared way too much. You get the feeling that the townspeople have been working most of the morning to make sure that they have kind of an area where they can monitor and make sure that people can't sneak up on them. So they've been clearing trees, clearing brush, clearing small rocks, and of course clearing the rocks from the back too. Yeah.
In the off chance that
We could just go into the woods.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, shall we do
In the
that?
off chance that
I'll leave the
Sandra's
rope here
parents
just
and
in case.
Miriam and Art and the rest got away, where do we think that they would go to hold up or hide out?
I think-
Miriam's hut is in the woods, and then
I think Miriam would try to take him to the Elven place. I would think.
Give me a. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. You know that when people try and get away from the town, they go to the woodsman's huts across the river. That's where Cork Shiny went. That's because he didn't like being around people because he, is Kenku, and so he generally
People
didn't
kept
go.
going to him when they didn't want to be our people.
Right. Well, he would. Well, that's what it was. Those huts were pretty much separated from the main area. They were kind of far, few between. So if you want to get away from people, you go out there and hunt. Yeah.
in case somebody got away.
So like I said, let's go into the woods.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Of course, the woodsman wants to go to the woods.
Into the woods.
We started.
I want to go to the woods too.
Yeah, I'll start in the little.
So you guys gonna cross the river and head towards
The
the? Yeah. Okay.
little grove.
If you look at the map, you can see that it's kind of past where the lumber mill is, and it's across the river. So you head along through there, kind of moving from stump to stump, because there's not really any trees right around the lumber mill because they've been most of them cut down. You get to the river. The river's not very deep. You can kind of ford across it in this one area, and it takes you probably about an hour to get to where the huts that are used by the huntsmen are. When you move towards there, if you remember, a couple of them had fallen down when the earthquake hit. They're still falling down and look kind of collapsed, but two of the huts look like they're okay. Are you doing anything particular as you approach?
I'll definitely stealth.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
Every 30 minutes. Two more times. I'm casting pass without a trace.
Okay. So everybody gets plus 10, remember.
That's a 38.
Great.
Is that, are we?
Oh,
13.
Exactly the same thing.
He's fast without tracing.
That would
So
be
this is that one.
Right.
So,
Y'all load up on my back. I'll
Yeah.
carry you.
yeah.
29.
I pulled backpacks
What'd you get?
out
29.
and
13.
Then you drop them.
I had a nat one. So
What'd you get?
22.
You had a bazillion.
38.
Yeah. What'd you get?
nat one.
Oh my.
So I'm trying to figure this out. Where are we right now?
You're heading west. You see where the orange building kind of just
Right.
yeah. If you go across the river,
Right.
those two
Yeah.
little huts are much further out than they actually are. Yeah.
Right. So are we like just past the river, or are we like
Yeah,
going
you're past
deeper
the river.
there? Or
You're past the
just-
river. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're almost to the huts.
Yeah.
We're almost to the huts.
Yeah.
Can we see the castle from where we are?
No, like I said, you've been walking through the woods for about an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can probably see the top of the castle. Maybe the keep that's inside the walls, maybe the tops of the walls, but that's
All right. Well, I'm gonna be honest. If we're almost to where Cork's place is, I'm not stealthing.
Okay.
I'm just going to go like, just you guys do whatever you want to do. Like Cork. You're just gonna call for him going up there.
Cock! Yeah, he's gonna be making fun of me anyway. I know, I'm kidding. So you're walking up, calling for Clark. You hear, and up about that time, from out of the woods, you see this shadowy figure with a beak and shiny eyes step out from behind one of the trees, and he says,
Magic missile.
he says,
Magic missile.
Cork. Oh, gee, I thought you were up at the castle with everyone else.
and you notice immediately he kind of you notice that he had his hands on his swords. And also, like he's maybe going to do something, and so he turns around and says, "It's safe."
Mike, where's is it?
And at which point you notice that several other people are up in the trees, hidden in the forest around. And coming out from the trees, you see what is Torin and Sarla. Your father was a dragonborn and your mom was a minotaur.
Yes.
There's a joke in there, but I'm going to leave it. Anyway.
I'm
And then-
put it there with.
Ander and Trim, the ones who owned the Screaming Wyvern, are also there. Art the blacksmith, Lucian and Shava the clerics, Mara and Ramus the doctor and the apothecary, and then Miriam, of course. They're all out there kind of, looks like they're not living in the huts, maybe they're camping out behind them. And Miriam comes running up to you and she says, "Oh, you're okay."
Glad to have made it out.
Yes, of course. When the two children appeared and all of a sudden we heard the pressure or felt the pressure on our minds to follow them, I immediately came from my hut and went through the town to see who I could find. And of course, Shava and Lucian were also looking around for people, and we gathered up those people who were unaffected, and we headed for the huntsman's hut and ran into Korik out here. Shiny Eye, of course, out once we got here. He lives out in the huts anyway. Well, we moved out behind the huts into the forest in case somebody came looking for us. We weren't sure if you weren't possessed by the children's magic as well. What's going on with the? What's going on? With the kids that came into town and enslaved the entire village, and when did the kids get the ability to enslave people?
Oh, I don't know about last night around midnight, I think.
It's Jethro's fault, but I mean,
Yeah, you failed in your task.
exactly. I mean,
The bar is the one you're going to believe, right?
True.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Sorry,
yeah,
Justin.
I
that's
mean,
fair.
would they, considering I've lived most of my life here?
He's really
Really persuasive. Yeah, he's very persuasive.
Well,
So,
I wasn't there. I was asleep. But everyone told me that you stabbed on me.
okay, when you say that,
I said that out loud.
when you say that, and all of a sudden, everybody looks. You stabbed Olma, but she's in the castle.
It was a.
So the kids
It was a
might
dream.
be kind of possessed
was all
by
a dream.
ancient entities.
And Miriam says, "Oh my God, they've escaped. She who rises has risen, and the golden one. Wait, I thought they were enemies."
Yeah,
Apparently not.
That's a big lie.
Big fat lie.
There's been a lot of lies around this
There's been a
table.
lot of lies in this office.
But
Now, Jethro
she says,
was wielding the golden boy.
Member.
It was a
We're so all
sword.
No,
members.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
So Miriam, and everybody's kind of looking really confused, and Miriam says, "I think we need to a drink, and you need to fill us in on what's happened in the last
It's
2
been
or
a
3
lot.
weeks." Yeah, let's go inside where there's less.
My cold shield and breastplate and dagger.
Yeah.
All I know is I don't want to hear no more goat jokes when he's been holding the dong this whole time.
All I'm saying is there wouldn't be goat jokes if it didn't.
People are like, Jethro, I thought you were so nice. What the hell happened?
It's like,
I
don't
wondered
know.
the same, honestly.
I was nice until literally last night.
Until I realized.
It's like, I wonder if anything significant happened in the past couple of hours.
The funny thing about that though too was like when the whole thing happened, I was like, oh, I need to be part of this. I was like, do I wake up to this? Like, I'm gonna get you in a second. All right, wisdom save 1. Well, you're part of it.
You're a part of it.
Oh, so glad I decided to join the party.
Yeah, that's the best part. You rolled.
You go inside the hut, fill in the townspeople on what's going on. This takes a little while to kind of fill them in on all the details.
Can Elias make a cool performance check to make us sound awesome though?
I feel like Tom took puffing on the pipe coming along.
And as he does that, Druidcraft pine scent.
Impressed. He makes it better.
27.
All right. So yes, they're pretty impressed with your exploits. After you finish telling them about how Miriam and she who rises in the Shining One teleported away. Miriam looks kind of thoughtful and says, "Huh. Well, the elves, my friends, must have gotten the story wrong." She says, I guess this was thousands of years ago. I'm not even sure if any of the elves in the Enclave that were here when that happened would be still alive. Elves live a long time, but not that long. And sometimes when they're reborn in new bodies, because elves believe in reincarnation, sometimes the memories get a little hazy. So maybe that's it, or maybe
It's a big miss.
I will go. I will go
Nobody
ahead
wrote
and
this
say.
down or nothing?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and say, in their defense, we talked to quite a few people, and the stories were all pretty muddled in the same
Well,
way.
if you're someone who can control people's minds and you still are able to influence people, maybe She Who Rises was gradually influencing people to forget the story, so that they could.
happening cyclically for generations. It could have been corrupting the history the entire
Right.
time.
Wow. Talk about.
We may need you to write a book, Elias.
This is going on.
And she says, "Wow, to think that
Would
for
have dropped such a fire
hundreds,
album
maybe
after this.
almost 1,000 years, she's been gradually twisting the story to bring about her release." And Miriam just kind of looks a little bit flabbergasted about it, and she says, "Well, look, obviously, I mean, do we want to try and free the villagers? I'm not sure how you can. They've got a lot of undead. I mean, they showed up, and She Who Rises just called to the graveyard, and hundreds of undead rose up out of the graveyard just at her command. That's who's on the walls and the zombies. They're all heroes of the village who were buried in the graves in the graveyard.
Wow.
They're all people we know. Of course, they're dead. But not all of them are this typical skeletal or zombie undead. There are some more powerful undead inside the walls. Yeah. Now, I mean, she's only been there maybe a day, because it's getting towards 2 or 3 in the afternoon. They can't have had a chance to shore up their defenses very
Are
much.
they both here?
Both?
Oren and Olma, they're both there?
I think so. I mean, I haven't gotten
They
really
only
close to the castle
Left
because
last
I don't
night.
want to get taken over by whatever they're doing. But I'm pretty sure they both are.
Well, we have our
Should
two
we
ways in.
move on this before they completely set up shop, or
I think so. Get them early before they eat.
so do we have 2 ways in? Oh, the water passage and the underground secret tunnel.
We know who we can trust around
Oh.
here. And I'm like, not to be paranoid, but we've only just come back. Half the village is overrun.
Right.
One of you could be spying.
And Miriam kind of looks around and she knows all these people and she kind of says, "Okay, fair point. There is a lot of mind
Yeah,
control
2 of
going
us
on."
turn on us.
Right. There's a
But
lot of
the
mind control
hours
going on.
ago.
That's fair.
Mm.
And she says, "Well,
Technically, I only turned on all
yeah."
Well,
I mean, I only turned on a couple of y'all.
Which apparently most of the party was about killing her anyways. I don't know.
So you're the only one.
no, I literally swore my oath to bring them back. well,
Can I ask?
I guess I still
She
I like it.
teleportation circle, but the only teleportation circle she knows around here is in the grove behind the church. There's no teleportation circles near the elves because they didn't want people having easy access.
Makes
Well, as
sense.
far as I know, they never told me about one. So if they have one, it's a secret.
Well, at the very least, we need to prevent them from setting up a stronghold here in the castle because that could
So,
just go badly.
do
Is
we-
there a way for you to send a message on business? If
To
it's
the
got
elves?
place to you?
Sure,
So
absolutely.
not to the elves.
Oh, what? Who?
So Nunu.
No, forget the elves.
We have a friend
Yeah, we
that's
have
a
The
dragon.
dragon.
That's
You have a dragon for a friend.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think he
Mention
could be,
that.
he could be very
What kind
helpful.
of
We
crappy
just
friends there?
we
We just
forgot
left them down there.
forgot to wake him up and
They might
bring him with
send
us.
him through the portal.
Well,
Teleportation circle.
you could show me. Do you know the sigils for Snunu?
Could I try to remember the sigils that were written on? Okay, yeah, I'll tell them to. I'll write it down.
Well, then we could go get your friend if you want. I mean,
Let's do that.
I
That
think
would
that'd
be
be
a
very helpful.
big power boost.
okay. Well, let's sneak our way back through the town. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of people there. They're all at the castle, and we could go get him.
We've been gone for
Some
2
food.
hours and then we come
Come
back,
back.
and
Like, hey, we're back.
did I just send y'all?
World's doomed. We're just gonna stay underground.
Right. Hey, it's not a bad idea. Just seal up the opening and stay in Snoo-Noo.
Didn't you say I had a portal to a different plane of
Yeah,
existence? I
exactly.
think we should all just go there.
Right, they're
I'll
like,
save y'all's plane.
yeah, right.
We'll
It's
forget about our
place.
plane.
You guys can have this trades.
Yeah.
Right.
Tracy's?
Hey, if you're going
I'm
back
already
there, you
working
want to
on
get
it.
another one of those rings?
Might as well. Might as well
Get a couple. Yeah.
handle a lot of the business we ran out
We
very
just-
fast before taking
Yeah.
care
Oh,
of.
can you give me a +1 dagger?
Why don't you take the dragon, go get the
Right,
statue
you
on
want
your
plus one
right?
dagger? You got a dagger.
Or dual wielding.
Oh,
my
gotcha.
shield can float around me.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, so you guys have a quick meal. Get ready to head back down there to the grove, so you can teleport back. Miriam's going to go with you, of course, because she can cast the spell. You kind of gather up your stuff, and you're getting ready to leave. And as you're walking out the door, Art puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Wait, I got something for you."
I have something for you too.
Oh, no, I'm kidding. And so- and he says, "Oh,
Satra is a little
well,
more innocent than that.
yeah, you first or me first?"
Here, I made
Usually
this for
it's
you.
better if it's
What's this?
simultaneous.
They're cupcakes, but they're made with like blood and bits of meat and things like that.
So they're more like an hors d'oeuvre or something along those lines, or maybe a
Yes.
main meal. Oh, this is nice.
Well-
Thank you.
They're more of a snack.
A snack, okay. Kind of like you.
Wasn't this made from the guts of the and the brains of
So it's a
the
very-
This is one person.
So he takes it and he says, "Oh, this." Now, I assume you have your cart with you still, right?
Oh,
Or
no.
did you leave it in Snoo-Noo?
Did we
Oh,
leave
we gotta
our
get the
cart
cart
with all
too.
the
Okay.
lizards?
I don't have my cart with me, but I do have my gun.
Well, he says, "Well, okay. That's what I wanted to talk to you about." And he reaches behind his back and he hands you this nice little wooden box, and you open it up, and it's another gun. And he says, everybody who's kind of
Wyatt Earp is
yeah, you gotta have two. Oh,
Yay.
wait. The one you're carrying isn't loaded. Alrighty, so you're heading out. He's giving you the second gun, and you're kind of heading down the road, moving past the sawmill.
Oh, is he going with us?
No, Miriam is, because she has to cast a spell. No, Art's staying with the rest of everybody. You move through the trees that are kind of near the road, head down the road very careful. Oh, wait, heading to the fields. I think that's what you guys had said before. Heading down to the grove, kind of staying hidden a bit. You don't see any townspeople in the town. You don't even see any undead or anything like that. You get to the grove, and Miriam's going to cast the spell. You step into the circle, mark the sigils, and she casts a spell. And, again, there's that 3 seconds of kind of darkness and swirling shadows, and then poof, you appear in Alicia's laboratory. And
I was a little nervous.
she's working on something at the desk, and as you appear, she goes, the same way she did before.
I'm never gonna stop
You know,
like,
just, hey,
Did I go? Because
and, yeah, probably. And so she does some kind of thing. This time she looks like she's working on a pair of gauntlets or something. And then she, after about 30 seconds, she kind of stops doing whatever she's doing. She goes, "Was it a matter of..."
Sorry, we're too busy with life and death. We'll be on our way. And I head out.
Fair point. And she
wait,
goes back to
wait,
work.
wait,
She's busy.
I'm gonna go
run
retrieve our
down-
friend.
Oh, you're gonna go get the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, head back to the golden tankard. You go around behind the golden tankard. Huh?
Okay. Like,
Well, you go behind the golden tankard where Sliver was sleeping last time you saw him, and he's still sleeping. Okay. He's kind of sitting back there, and you can see he's got kind of his eyes half closed, and he goes, "What is this pain in my head? Oh,
That's called a hangover.
oh.
It gets the best of us.
Don't you have any healing magic?"
Yes, it's called greasy food and water.
Oh, Elena doesn't make greasy food.
With
hash
salt.
browns.
Hash browns? He opens one eye and says, "Hash browns?
Hash
Does Elena
browns.
know hash browns?"
Fried taters.
I can make
Hold
those.
up.
I can make
I was
those.
gonna say, Sartre would probably make some.
I'm gonna-
too.
Well, let's go find Sartre then. I need some hash browns.
We might
Right.
make some out of mushroom.
So
Actually,
We're
that'd
back
be
in
pretty good.
Stonegate.
he kind of lopes along behind you
Once
to.
we get to the screaming with it. Oh no.
And I also say, by the way, So the Shining Woman and the Shining Man, whatever titles.
She who rides as shiny.
Yeah, they may have woken up.
His eyes get real big all of a sudden, and then he goes.
Yeah, don't worry. We're
Remember
handling
we
it.
were here for that? That's the whole thing we were trying to stop, remember?
They had a crazy Sherlock Holmes plan, and they're back at Stonegate, forming an army.
What is Stonegate?
That's my hometown. A lot of ours hometowns, actually.
You're a town. You're a town? Are you the leader of the town?
Well, some people think that.
I want to see. I want to see your town.
I think that.
See, look at my amulet today. I hold the Stonegate amulet.
I want to see your town. I think. Let's go. Are we going to ride with the lizards again, or what?
We're gonna teleport.
Ooh, that's neat. Now, where do we teleport from? So you're walking the whole way towards the army.
The walk and talk, as
Right.
I do.
And as you go into the front door of Vanessa's, she goes, "Oh my gosh, you have a dragon!"
We're busy saving the world. You stay over there.
And Vanessa says, okay.
We could use a few. I mean, if you could spare for the war efforts, an additional ring of mind shielding or so. Yeah.
We got some good armor.
You put one on my dragon.
You outfit an army.
Slide it on the tip of his tail. Put it on two.
Oh, a tooth ring. Yeah.
Is my cart around here? It should be. I'm gonna run up to get the cart.
should be able to
I'm
find
gonna
it.
I'm
in
gonna
the
wear
room.
10 rings.
I'm gonna
of
stop
mind
by the
shielding.
kitchen. I'm gonna fill it
Yeah,
with
we
like
each need
all
two.
ingredients.
Elias got one. You got the use of the one ring, so I'm gonna put 10 rings on there.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm only putting 7 so I can
Commandeering
see
it
the
for
art
the
on
war
side.
effort.
Yeah.
That little cart is my
the
7 rings.
mobile kitchen.
I don't know how to
So
solve
you
this,
go up the stairs, and Vanessa's like, "Wait, you need a what?
but
Rings and weapons?"
Yeah.
And so you get to the top of the stairs, and Alicia looks and she says, "They're going to save the world. Get them the rings. They probably need them." And so Vanessa goes, "Seriously?" And she says, "Yeah, get them the rings." So Vanessa goes downstairs and gets a couple rings of mind shielding.
I like that.
Some light armor too.
Wait, do you have any +1 light armors or daggers laying around?
Right now,
I can pay. We can pay.
What sort of gauntlets were you working on under there?
this is for an automaton I'm working on. Improving.
Oh,
So yeah.
interesting.
She says, "Look, we don't have anything actually made yet. I do have something I've been kind of working on.
Prototype.
It might help. Well, here." And she reaches up and gives you this, and hands you this thing. And it's kind of this weird silver thing that looks like a figure 8. But when you look at it, you can untwist it and it becomes a loop, and then you twist it back, and it's really weird looking. It looks like almost a ring with like a twist in it.
It's like manacles to restrain somebody.
No.
That's what we'll use them for.
He says, "Well, you just, if you put it on your, you have to attune to it." And then she says, "Like I said, it's a prototype, so be careful with it. It allows you to see in the dark, and it gives you a +1 bonus to your strength saving throws. If you already have dark vision, it'll extend the range 30 feet. And the reason it does this is because it folds dimensions."
Oh, that's nice.
It's above my intelligence pay grade.
And she says, "Well, it can cause you to send your body out of phase with the material world for 1 minute, which grants you advantage on hiding, and it makes a disadvantage on people attacking you. But once you use it, you can only use it once per day. And the next thing it does is you can choose a space that you can see, and you can treat that space as if within 5 feet of you until the end of the turn.
Oh.
So that means you can move immediately to that space, or you could literally attack that space from 60 feet away. You think like a portal? That's what it does. You unfold the thing, and you can literally attack through the portal or step through the portal and be immediately there.
Jesus.
So it's really weird.
Satra's afraid she would get lost somewhere in the universe if she had.
She
it.
says,
Think about it. You unfold it and then shoot your pistol through it.
imagine that. And the bullet hits wherever.
Do I know where I'm supposed to be going?
Shoot from the opposite side of them.
Right.
Hit like the back of the head.
Backstab.
You always got.
You always have backstab.
But how do you Flank
Live
with
inside the
yourself?
portal.
Yeah. So it's called a dimensional loop. It's an actual item.
And not to press the matter, but do you have anything that might make someone like me, who's like wet tissue paper, a little bit more durable?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say to make what tissue paper more adorable?
Adorable.
Yes.
Adorable. Yes.
Adorable.
No. Adorable.
I mean, so are you talking?
Adorable.
Are you talking like armor or something?
Yeah.
Yes, but something lightweight for because I am not a weapon user. I'm a magic user.
Well, I might. Hold on.
Two of those, please.
Okay. And so she goes downstairs, and a couple minutes later she comes back up, and she's got these red cloaks. You're pretty sure you've seen, this is what they wear. She hands them to you and says, "These are robes of protection." So,
Okay.
yeah. Or cloaks of protection. Sorry, cloaks of protection.
So do each of us have one?
No,
That's
they
one
only
bonus.
have two.
Oh, okay. Alright.
+1 bonus to AC and saving throws while wearing this cloak.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that the cloak?
Okay.
Yeah, cloak
Take
of
it.
protection. Okay, so she looks at you and says, "All right, go save the world."
Alicia, can I get some potatoes or something?
Didn't I just
Like you have something like you cut up in cake soup.
You're not
or
saying
something,
that.
right?
I don't know if this is
It's
what
not
she
hangover.
does.
Is it hangover?
It's definitely not.
You're not.
And she looks at you and she says, "I don't have any potatoes." I'm
There you go.
pretty sure
Wait,
the
I'm not
house.
trying to talk to Lisa. I'm trying to talk to you. What's her name?
Yeah, Elena.
Elena?
Yes.
Elena has potatoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Alicia's like,
I'm sorry. I'm
really doing
very
things.
tired. It's been a long.
yeah. So you get back to the circle with the little dragon, and she says, "Oh, so you came back for your friend?" Well, the dragon goes, "You left me?"
No. No.
We were doing a
You were
reconnaissance
doing
mission.
so well.
We're heavy artillery.
We
We're
know
reconnaissance.
your first hangover.
Scout.
We're letting you
And
rest.
we wanted to make sure that it was safe before we brought you.
Scouting.
We've been
Trying
learning
to
so
get
much.
He kind of
They leave
looks
me
at you.
sleeping while I'm hungover because I'm just irate.
He's kind of looking at you guys and says, "Let's go." And you get in the circle and she shakes her head, casts a spell, and poof, you're back.
Zero cast constant.
You notice that Miriam was waiting for you at the grove. It's now probably, I don't know, sun is setting. It's around 5 o'clock. Yes. So you head back to the huntsman's huts. You start cooking potatoes for Sliver because he's really hungry. You fry them up.
I put salt on
So I
them.
get one of those rings.
Yeah,
We
there were
got
two.
around for everybody.
He starts wolfing it down and immediately seems like he feels a little better.
I got one from
You could also
That's
cast a restoration on him if you really want to make him feel
Okay,
better,
that's
too.
what I'll do.
And she also casts, because remember, you can do this number of times per day equal to your intelligence. So
Right.
she also does lesser restoration on him, and you immediately notice Sliver kind of perks up a good bit more.
Oh, nice.
It's-
It's your hangover. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
right. Well, I would figure lesser.
That makes
lesser
sense.
restoration can't cure a hangover. What the heck?
Right?
What's
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So,
Cleric's like, I've never had a hangover in my life.
that's right.
That explains a lot about Friar Tuck.
So anyway, you guys settle in. Night falls. It's probably about 6 or 7 o'clock. Everybody kind of douses the fires because they don't want to draw any attention to themselves. So what are you going to do? Were you going to try and scope out the castle now that it's dark, or what?
Just somebody who's sneaky.
We should do some recon.
Yes.
Or I could do some recon.
Do you normally have
Well,
night vision
We
when's it?
still
as a
have
glide, Trevor?
passengers.
So you got it with that.
I mean, we
Nice.
have night goggles.
We have the goggles of night. That's what I've been using for most of
Yeah.
the Underdark thing. But
But wouldn't the villagers, like my parents and wouldn't they already kind of have some ideas about that, or have they just
What?
been hiding out?
Remember, they've only been here since the
It's
morning.
like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Not, not
Yeah,
long ago.
forgot.
We just
Forgot
released them
the
last night.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah.
Jethro.
We haven't even 24 hours.
Yeah, Jethro just released the people last
So
night.
with the goggles of night and the loop thing, we all have
Yeah.
night vision now, right?
No, whoever's using the loop thing, yeah. Who's got the loop, by the way? Okay, you're using loop? Good. So you're hanging it from your belt. By the way, just so you know, metagaming, it's a Mobius strip. Metal. Yeah, and you untwist it to make it so it works, and then you twist it to let it, not work. Who is going on the night reconnaissance?
Me.
Everybody.
Everybody, all right.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
I guess
Because
we
we
might as well
might,
be
we
here.
might as well.
Might as well.
The dragon can fly up. No.
Don't split
that's
the party.
Everybody give me a stealth check.
Explicitly the path.
Well, hang on, don't give me a stealth check quite yet. You head for about an hour out of the woods, remember, cross the river, and you get to where your rope is at the bottom. Well, it's hanging down from the top of the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need stealth checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if we're stealthy, now that it's night times.
It's dark. It's not
Because I'm out of Pass Without a Traces because I used them.
Ooh, well, now is when I roll bad.
Well,
Oh, that's still good.
Still not terrible.
I got a 14.
It's better than what she rolled, probably.
Yeah, it still is.
it's gonna be a lot better than what I rolled. I got a 4.
Oh,
That
Sasha. Again?
7.
We have not done a single group self check without a nat 1
7.
roll.
15.
Oh.
Oh,
That's low. That's low for you, actually.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be terrible.
Alrighty.
We're
So
so good at this.
I am not.
you climb the rope. You don't have to make an athletics check because you got a rope. You're basically in the cemetery. First thing you notice is that all of the graves are torn up.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like whatever was in them has come out. And so, yeah, there doesn't seem to be a single dead body in this cemetery, which is a little nerve-wracking because you know that there were probably a couple hundred people buried here, which means she's got a couple hundred undead. Now, if they're all skeletons and zombies, that's not terrible. But if they're also ghouls and wights and wraiths, that could be bad. A few of those mixed in could be pretty terrible. So, are you going to head towards... Remember, the way to get into the secret tunnel was to move the statue of the founder of Stonegate, remember? The hero of Stonegate. And then, you kind of slide in there, and there's the part that collapsed in the bottom, and then you can get in there.
I can
Right.
create the little ice shelf to make
Right.
it easier to slide like we did last time. Then.
Cool. You head towards the shadow of the hero of Stonegate's statue, basically. You don't see anybody in the cemetery. Seems pretty quiet. Maybe everybody's up there in the castle. You also don't see any lights from the town either. You do hear what sounds like maybe quiet voices inside the castle. So maybe there's a few people moving around or something like that. You move the top, get into it. This is where you come in. You round the corner
You did
here,
it really well.
round the corner here, and then kind of move this direction. You don't see, of course it's got torches and stuff here, but you really don't see any torches or anything. It looks like everybody's put out the lights and things like that.
Okay.
There moves past the crypt, very, very quiet. And then you move into the torture chamber, which is right here. This is where Olma was grabbed and thrown down the well. You do not see anything going on in there, which means none of the implements are heated up. It doesn't look like anybody's imprisoned in there at all.
Are there like any traces of like people have actually come down here at all?
No, you don't think so. Remember, you guys hid the
Yeah,
entrance
people.
really, really well. So it seems like they have not found it.
Which means we could come up to the barracks.
You head to the stairs right here.
Don't want anything coming up.
You get to where the trap door is, and you're going to have to open it. Now, who wants to open it? The key here is going to be opening it quiet.
Well, we know who needs to do that.
Okay.
You had to
Oh,
go.
well.
Sneaky McSneaky boy?
I will cast silence.
Oh, nice.
Smart. All right, so silence, and then who's going to open it? Anybody can open it now.
Yeah, we can
Sure.
we'll just attempt.
Yes.
Really
You're the strong one.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
open
sure.
In case it's heavy.
Push it up. It doesn't seem like anybody's in the barracks. Going to come up to the trap door. There's nothing in the barracks. It's pretty quiet. You notice that it's still, kind of
silence too, so us coming around the thing is.
Yeah.
Okay, completely.
Is that on a
quiet.
fixed point, or does it move with you? Okay.
All right, so step up into the barracks.
Yep.
It's very, very quiet. Doesn't seem to be anybody in here. You do notice that all the debris has been cleared out. Okay, the beds are, there's one or two of the beds that were kind of intact enough to stay, but all the debris has been cleared out. You also notice that when you look out the door, there is a new door that is now on the hinges. So it's actually looks like they're getting these barracks functional eventually.
Like refurbished.
Yeah.
And so there's the doors to the north,
Yes, it is.
and so we can go out and like lead around to the main castle keep.
Right. You can.
Okay. I guess
This
can I
door is the main castle keep right there.
can I do a listen check at the door, see if there's like stirring around?
Sure. Give me a
Perception,
perception. Let's do
investigation.
it. Perception.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. My rolls have gone downhill since we started playing. I think I have a new feature. Unless they've
No,
changed it.
it's the advantage, sadness, reroll. That's the.
These stolen reroll.
All right.
Okay, they did change it. Alright, just making sure.
So
But still,
what'd you get?
I I got a 13.
All right. You don't hear anything outside the door. It seems quiet.
Okay.
Step out to the door.
Yeah, I reckon so.
In front of you, kind of laying on the ground there, you see lots of villagers. Most of them are wrapped up in blankets. They're just kind of, well, there's probably about, looks like a 10 or so people in this little kind of secluded away there. It looks like they're asleep. You can also, now that you've stepped out the door, hear what sounds like snoring and people sleeping in this area as well. You notice standing over in the corner here is what looks like 2 or 3 zombies, and as you step out of the door, they immediately turn towards you.
Okay.
So, roll
I
initiative.
guess I didn't say.
You didn't
That
hear
makes
what it
sense.
was.
Not too long ago, whenever we were just started, it's like, oh, we're not going to do any fighting.
Yeah. I'm bad. Totally not. We would never. Oh, jeez, what are my dice doing? Oh, never mind. I can't always read them. They're kind of hard to read.
So, initiatives, well, you're the only one out the door right now. Everybody else is going to have to kind of wait till, well, they can move through you, can't they? All right, so initiatives, let's go around the table. 20 or above?
I'm at 20.
You're at 20.
25.
25, okay. You're first, which makes sense because you're out the door. What are you going to do? It looks like there's about 3 or 4, maybe 3 zombies over there.
3 zombies?
Just go back in.
Yeah.
Climb back in the hole, shut it, hide it.
It must have been the wind. I guess I'm gonna. They're within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They're probably 25.
Okay. I'm going to charge the closest one and make an attack.
Okay, make your attack.
I'm gonna keep the shield right now.
Okay.
Ooh, does a 28 hit?
28. Yes, absolutely.
I got it. If it doesn't, I'm going home.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Yes.
It does. Easily.
And I do get sneak attack. I'm gonna position myself so he's the only enemy next to me.
Okay, you can do that.
So I get sneak attack by myself.
Absolutely.
Alright, let's stand up for these dice. Yeah, I might stand up for the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8 plus 12 plus 1 is 15 with some sneak attack on him. So far it's 15 piercing. Plus, wow, another 9 piercing. I'm gonna go ahead and
There you go.
slide.
Got you up there.
Oh, another 10 piercing, sorry.
Okay.
Was that 25
Okay.
piercing magical damage?
Okay. Piercing magical damage.
Thanks.
Funnily enough, the zombie does not go down.
Okay, I was gonna smite.
Okay, smitey.
And he's undead, I assume.
What type of smite are you doing?
Just a normal.
Which is what kind of damage?
Radiant.
Okay.
I get an extra D8 because he's undead.
Mhm.
So it's 9 plus 2, so 11 radiant damage.
No damage at all.
Really?
Yes. When you hit him with your radiant damage, you notice that it's like the light is sucked into him, and he takes no damage from it at all. Completely immune to radiant.
Did the piercing damage at least?
Yes, the piercing damage is fine, but the radiant damage does not seem to
That's
hurt at all.
They are gods that made them. They're celestial gods that made them. Maybe they're celestial zombies.
So I'm,
Yeah,
gonna,
celestial zombies.
I'll do necrotic smites.
Yeah, that's what you need to do.
I'm gonna break my
Undead? Are they really?
Are these guys some of the...
Necrosis doesn't really matter. Anything decays eventually.
Yeah.
They're not undead, they're alive.
They're alive, yeah. All
Still,
right.
necrotic.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna second attack.
Second attack before. Yes. Is this a magic weapon as well?
Yeah, still the same dagger.
Okay, same
I
dagger.
get 2 attacks now.
Oh, right.
That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll do a bonus action Hunter's Mark, actually. So I get an extra D6 on this guy.
Okay.
Alright. Now here's the roll. Why should all be ones this time?
Oh.
It was definitely worse than the roll I said not a roll. 5. So 5 plus 4, 9 piercing magical.
Okay.
And then an extra D6 piercing because of Hunter's Mark. Which is another 1.
No, my gosh. You're having a tough time of it, dude.
It was so good until it wasn't.
No, it's,
Alright.
well, let's face it.
Remember, it really messed you up when you saw the light get absorbed.
Yes.
I was like, wait, God?
What's going on here? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, you hit the white, do a good bit of damage. The zombie hit a good bit of damage,
Yeah, what was
and he doesn't.
What'd you just say out loud?
Ignore that. He does not die. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite, huh?
That was in
Jethro.
25, 20. Yes.
Yeah, I'm 20.
Mhm.
I guess I'm right next to the door and saw him run out there.
Mm-hmm. You did. You can go run out there and attack.
Yeah, if you want to put me up right there, perfect.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
I'm assuming the one he's right next to was the one that he was just previously attacking.
Yes. Correct.
I'm going to attack that guy too then.
Swipe.
You got
I'm
the
going to rage since
You don't have a magic weapon, correct? Or no?
No, you did the light
It
steal.
doesn't have light stealers.
Oh, that's right. You borrowed the sword. That's
Yeah.
right. Or stole the sword or whatever.
I gave it to him. Yeah,
He stole it. He also stole almost freedom. So
And I'll reckless attack that guy. And we're just going to swing. How's a 17?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe that's 17 magical slashing damage.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. That may kill him. Yes, that does kill him. He falls apart. Okay.
And then the one next to me,
Uh-huh.
go ahead and swing at him as well.
Okay, so this guy's dead.
it's already like that.
All right. Just swing as well. Gotcha. You're on this one.
25 to hit.
A 25 will hit. Absolutely.
That one just misses.
All right.
And that was for 16 magical slashing
All
damage.
right. That'll do it.
And that's it for my turn.
Okay. That was 20s. 19s, 18s, 17s.
19.
19. Go ahead.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and spend 3 sorcery points.
Okay.
Whoa, big spender.
That I'm gonna use to
I've got
grow
you standing
out.
in the doorway. Is that okay?
For now, I will move in a second. First, I'm going to grow out my draconic claws.
Okay.
And then rush up to whichever one is closest to me. And I'm gonna use my action to take a swipe. It's gonna be a 13 to hit.
That will not hit.
Not hit, okay. In that case, I will just then use the third sorcery point that I burned to cast Chill Touch. Yeah, that's gonna be the same exact. No, that's gonna be worse. I missed.
You mean
I
okay.
missed. One worse than last time.
That was 19. Still got anything you did?
I would move back, but now it would get an attack of
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll stay put.
Fair.
18, 17, 16,
16.
16.
Now, how many people are? I mean, how many?
There's probably
people are
about
fighting?
5 or 6. Oh no, there's just these 2 zombies and they're fighting them. You are right in the doorway now.
Okay.
You could charge forward, or you could shoot them. You don't have to. Well, of course that's noisy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to shoot him, so
I feel like some noises
I
being
wonder.
made.
I want to try and get
He literally raged.
Sauce's 20-foot spear.
a hot
That's true.
soup grenade at them.
Is it still
Oh,
on?
yeah.
A hot soup.
You can
you're
raise
close enough.
the
You're
top.
like 15 feet away, so you can do hot soup.
I just don't. I'm gonna do it in such a way that I don't get any of my guys.
Okay. What's the radius for it? Yes.
What number was it?
It goes from
16.
me to at least 30 feet long,
Okay, you can get there. You can get this one guy right
and
here.
it's 5 feet wide.
Oh yeah, if you get this guy right here.
Can
you
I
won't
get
hit
2 of them?
5 feet now.
No, you're gonna have to go right through.
I go in the middle of them? Okay, I'll just get
You want
one
to move
in.
forward and do it, or what? You
If
could
I
move
could,
to
like,
here and probably hit both of them.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay,
good.
let's do that.
Try that.
All right. Make your
They're
roll
all available.
to hit.
That's right.
Oh wait, that's a 9.
Okay, add your proficiency or your spellcasting bonus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Plus 11.
Sounds about right.
17.
Jeez, okay.
Because mine's
you
plus
hit.
9, so she had busted stats. So.
Yeah, you hit. Okay, roll your damage.
Alright, it is 2d4 acid damage.
Okay.
A creature that's covered
Sure,
in acid
they
takes
work off
2d4 acid
specialties.
damage at the start of
They
each
bounce.
turn.
Okay, roll your
So
damage.
it's gonna compile over time. Nice.
Ooh, and I'm gonna remember to roll the dice.
So you gonna roll the dice on this
D4s.
thing?
D4s. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Two-
I
Oh, you're
keep
gonna do
forgetting
it
to roll
digitally.
here.
Did you tap it?
The first one is a
4.
4. And the second one is a 4. Sweet.
Okay, and the
Dang.
2d4 plus 1?
Good job.
Or is it just 2d4?
I think it's just 2d4.
Okay, so he takes 8 points of damage. Okay, cool.
But they take additional damage over time.
Alrighty, so that was in 16. Okay, 15, they go.
It's the DC.
So they're going to attack, let's see, Jethro. 2 long sword attacks. Let's do that.
Because it was rolling out.
He does have advantage.
He does have advantage, okay. First one is 12, so 16. Will that hit you?
It will not.
Okay. Second attack is 4.
That's good.
13. 17, will that hit you?
It will not.
Okay, so he missed your both shots. Alright, the other one's going to attack. I think he's going to move forward and hit Satra because she threw acid at him. So, first attack is a 16. Will that hit you, Jody?
Yeah.
AC, no, 18.
Oh, wow.
And,
Oh, it's
well, second one's
I have my
22.
That's right.
I'm sorry?
22, that'll hit.
Fine.
But it's only
This is
D6
fine.
plus 2. So he take 8.
I wasn't sure what exactly what I grabbed, like, but it's only grabs handful of dice.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hang on, that was wrong. Look, I rolled the wrong dice.
It's gonna roll
it's,
more
uh,
dice.
No, D8 instead of D6. Sorry, it's 9.
Thank you.
Roll a 7 instead of a 6. Okay. Yeah. So that was 15, 14.
That's how many?
7. There's 7
Seven.
points. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 7. All right. Let's
Wow.
All right.
see. You are standing in the doorway.
So I'll cast my spiritual weapon, and my loot pops up
Uh-huh.
in between the two of them,
Uh-huh.
and will attack.
Come on.
What's the special? Is it your old attack at the same time you cast it?
Yeah, with this one, this is a bonus action spell, so you're
Yeah.
good.
Alright.
Has
Yeah,
a
basically
lovely
the
damage.
attack is part of the action of summoning it.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, just like that.
So I miss.
Well, maybe. They're just zombies.
Zombies. I think
They're just white. I mean,
Zombies.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
zombies.
they're just wives.
Just
They're sound bites.
But bonus action each round, you can attack them again, right?
right.
That's
With
a
the
range attack.
That was 7.
Yep.
6, 5, 4.
There he is. Last but not least.
Jack, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to come forward.
And move to where? Right here.
Well, that's where his magic weapon is.
Yeah. Okay.
I
You
just
move
step on some
here.
toes. I'll just stay in the door.
Okay. Where are you going?
And I
I
will,
was like, I would like to move nowhere, actually.
just, I'll just gather up this small little flame in my hand. And I just lob it over the top.
Produce flame.
Yeah, and I'll produce it right over at them.
All right. So produce flame. You got to roll to hit, right?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh, I missed.
Oh, I
Unless a 11 hits,
No. Not quite. All right. So
and then I'm gonna step back into the building
All right.
where it's safe.
All right. So.
25?
Yes, 25. Back to the top of the round.
Alright, I am going to. Can I get catty corner to the upper right of the zombie that is fighting Jethro?
Right here. Yes.
That's right. Malone Wolf. Oof. We are missing Wolf.
Hmm.
Does a 13 hit?
No. Not
Hmm.
quite.
Alright, second attack.
Okay.
Alright, well, what about a 19?
Yes. Absolutely.
That's a no. That's also kind of
Got it.
There we go.
Told you.
Sequence of layers. That's what it was. Yeah.
Alright, so 7, 8. 8 plus 4 is 12 magical piercing.
Smite this one. It could be a different.
Plus.
What'd you get?
Alright, so 6 plus 3, 9. So that was 12.
Thank you.
12 plus 9 is 21 magical piercing.
He's been counting those as ones the whole time.
Plus, well, I don't think I've rolled a circle on it tonight.
Okay. You killed that one. Boom.
Alright, I will no longer roll for damage. And I'll just move up next to the other one. I missed the first attack.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I will just be there for moral support.
Yes. Morale support. That was 25. You killed one of them, and now we're down to 20 with you, correct?
that's right.
Okay.
Step in and kill.
Yeah.
In
I'm
between.
trying to think because in that spot in between Arlen and Avrael is actually
The magic weapon,
the
yeah.
magic weapon. So, can you put me
Probably fit in the same
just
set. It's just a floating weapon.
It's a good move to.
yeah, right there. And then, as before, I will reckless attack and attack that mother.
Go for it.
That is a crit.
Oh wow, nice. Oh,
Soul,
okay.
life stealing, soul stealing sword.
So your soul stealing sword, yes.
All right. How are we doing crits again?
You do
Max
maximum
roll plus
damage
another roll.
plus another roll. Yeah.
Next rules.
Okay. And since I have brutal critical, I guess I get an additional weapon die.
That
Heck yes.
nice.
So you get max and then roll 2 then.
Yeah, so my max is 17 plus 2 additional d8s
Okay. Probably just about to kill it again.
for another 14.
So it's how much total?
So that'll be 30. 1?
Okay.
32?
I don't think that'll quite kill him. It's gonna be pretty close.
Second attack.
Yep.
Double leg to the back.
Double legs to bear.
One of the best moments in D&D history right there.
It really is. Think about it a lot. 28 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Love the animation as well.
That's Dritz. Double legs to the back.
Another 16.
That kill. That definitely kills.
So good. Good.
All right. So all of the undead creatures are dead now.
I actually got to use my level 9 feature. You know, that's nice.
Nice. You love to see it.
So all the undead are dead.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? There's a group of about 6 villagers, people from the village that you know, that are kind of asleep here. They do not seem to have noticed you or woken up during the entire exchange. Yeah.
How many are there?
About 6.
Slated in.
Is there somebody close to us that, how close are they to us?
The villagers are, probably within 5-10 feet of you. I mean, they're kind of close together. They're lying in, tattered blankets.
Can I cast Dispel Magic on one of them, see if it breaks the...
Yeah, you can.
Which is like
I
not
don't
gonna be low
think
level
you're
to
going to be able
dispel,
to dispel it because it's a high enough level spell that I think Dispel Magic you have to make a roll. For each spell 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using spellcaster ability. D equals 10 plus spell's level. Okay, so you need to make a spell check. Spellcasting check. Ability check. Sorry.
And in case they wake up, I'm going to crawl right next to you, and I have something else playing. Oh!
Is it 16?
Oh.
Bonus? What's 9? Or is it spell attack or just modifier?
Spell casting ability.
Oh, it's an
21.
ability check, not a spell.
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
That's pretty
You
good.
cast it on one of the
Okay.
local villagers. You think it's one of the guys who works in the fields, just kind of south near where the sheep are and the goats. He kind of blinks his eyes open and says, "You're the bard from the Screaming River."
Alright, let's start from the screen. Let's use all our spell slots. Get you doing this. And then let's sneak them out. Where should I go?
And you put them in, take them to the
And now that I saw that worked, I'm going to go up to another one, and I'm going to cast spell magic.
Okay. This one you think is maybe his wife.
Okay.
So, they may be kind of grouped together by family.
Do you have to have Dispel Magic?
Oh, no. Not as good.
What'd you get?
14.
That will not do it. Okay. It's a little tougher spell than that.
I can... How many people are here?
There's like 6.
6?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It looks like one of the families of one of the
Ritually
guys who
cast
works in the
it?
crops, works for the
I mean, there's a lot of time.
We also get a lot of, I guess, nighttime to burn.
I
Depending on
could,
the trolls, though.
I
I
mean,
could haste you and maybe you
I'm going to
I
cast.
wouldn't let you
Cast
cast
in
twice
5
as
minutes
a
instead? Yeah.
um,
I love that.
so yeah, I'll just, I guess, keep on
Yeah,
casting it.
I'll cast it. Keep casting it as well on different.
Let's see.
Are y'all doing just burning spell slots or doing ritual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn spells.
Come on. How many have we saved so far? 4?
Another 21.
Ooh, 5.
And
Mm.
that's a 10. Alright. I'm going to save my 5th level spell slot. So,
So how many we have left?
Lord.
1.
Alright, I want to try one more time.
nope. No good.
14.
14. No.
All right, well, let's try one more.
Ooh, singing.
Worse.
Yeah, well, once again, well, that person is
I'm
just...
out of all my second, third, and fourth level spell slots
How
for
many
the day.
people
So,
are left?
I think it's one person left, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
all right. So here's what I'm
Can
gonna
I
do.
take off
Can
my
we
ring of
just-
mind shielding and just put it on him, see what happens?
Well, that probably would work, but
Yeah,
you might get
actually, the kiddo wakes up. Yeah, it's a little girl, and she goes, "Huh?"
you might get possessed.
Yeah, but yeah, you're gonna need to. Well, no, actually, you don't have to. Never mind. Not right now. Okay, so you
Once
do.
she wakes up, I'll put it.
Well, you
out.
do hear this kind of weird song in the back of your mind, but it's kind of faint. I need everybody to make me a perception check. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Finally rolled good, even though it's just on this.
Yeah, perception.
Wait, perception is. On
Perception.
Is that on
It's
skills?
on
Ability,
skills,
skills, yeah.
right next to.
Skills. Okay.
Wisdom
Yeah,
perception.
you got it.
Finally rolled a good roll.
Cool. What'd you get?
27.
Ooh, that's very good.
I got a 16.
What happened? What'd you
Got a
get?
12.
No.
26 with a nat 20.
Ooh, wow, you got that 20.
21.
Okay.
13.
Okay. You three are over there doing spells, and you've run out of your spell points, and you kind of look up, and you notice that this shadowy figure has peeked around the corner of the tower right there, and it's seen you and ducked back. So here's what you've seen: somebody looked around the corner, saw you, and then ducked back.
Okay, Misty Step, grab him.
30. Okay. You grab them. When you grab the person, they let out a
An
kind of.
athletics roll?
Huh?
Do you want me to make an athletic
No, no. This person has no idea what you're doing. You're quick. You grab them, and you hear this kind of squeak, like ah! It sounds like a woman grab, scream. So you grab her. You know,
Grab her mouth. Or cover her mouth.
it's Olma.
Put your second ring on.
No, she's still got the ring on.
Yeah, but maybe she needs a second one. Double the power.
I'm gonna whisper in her ear and be like, "Be real quiet now," and I'm gonna peel my hand back.
She goes, "Oh my gosh, you came back for us."
Of course, I swore an oath to save me.
She says, "I'm so
I'm
glad."
not doing a great job out of
She
it.
said,
It's fine.
"I'm so glad you put that ring on my finger. When the sun goes down, I'm back. But it's when the sun comes up, and that's when she gets stronger, and I just go away
That's why she rises. With the sun.
for hours,
Oh.
and then I wake up in his bed, and I can move, but I just came down to check and make sure everybody was okay." And so I'm bringing them food and water
I'm
because
gonna release her.
and she says, I'm just trying to bring them, and you realize she's got like a basket full of like bread and stuff, and she's got water skins. She just, I just want to make sure my friend, and she's just tears running down her face. I just want to make sure they don't die. And so she start putting putting bread by everybody's basket, bed, little bedrolls. You notice that out in this area out here, there's just like tons and tons of blankets and just people laying there,
Man, I got
and
no
they're
spell slots for
all
this.
it's
Yeah.
really creepy. They're all kind of laying on their backs, with their eyes closed, but they're all laying in the same position. And she goes over and she puts, start putting little, loaves of bread on
her
every
mouth.
mat. And then she kind of goes through and she, says, "I don't have enough water skins. I don't know what I'm going to do." And so she starts putting water skins about every 4 or 5 things. And she says, "I don't know when she's going to take me again, but I just had to do something."
Does she remember everything you've done?
I don't know.
Was there a block?
She says, "I don't know. I'm just trying to keep my friends alive." And you get the feeling she's, the ring at night allows her to be back in control. But like she's saying, when it's daytime, it's not strong enough.
Can I use another charge of, the whole detect celestial faith fiend? And do I feel celestial presence from her?
Really faint.
Real faint.
I mean, almost non-existent. Now, that being said, in the tower, you feel a much stronger presence. Yeah, well, it's no. It's actually it's much stronger than her, but it's not overwhelming.
Okay.
You get the feeling that's probably the Shining One or something like that. And she says, "Yeah, it seems like light is what they feed upon, which is why their undead are the creatures they summon are not the typical undead. I don't
That
understand."
would make sense why my smite didn't smite them.
and she looks at you really puzzled about smiting and smiting.
Well, I am a paladin.
Right.
If you haven't noticed.
She says, so did anybody escape?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm not.
No, maybe not. We
I say,
don't know.
potentially. We don't know
Good.
if She Who Rises is going to remember what you've seen right
Oh,
now.
good. I won't ask any more questions.
So I'm the only one who made it here.
Oh, okay. Well,
I know where Aubrey went.
yeah. She says, look. I'm gonna go back upstairs because I don't want her to take me over when I'm here with you all.
What about wait right here for just 5 seconds?
Do we have
maybe
another
10
ring?
seconds.
Put on him.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna come back to the group
Mhm.
and be like, what if we bound, gagged, and brought her back? I mean,
Well,
you
I'm
can't cast spells if you can't see, you can't talk, you can't do the wooby
Well,
dooby with
she
your
was like
hands.
that already before, and then he was the one who came and took hers.
Yeah, well, I feel better fighting just him one-on-one than like both of them together. Maybe I
If
can
she agrees to it, I think, yes, we could blindfold her and,
It's also that fighting at night. The sun rises and they get power.
Actually, why don't we just sneak in his room and assassinate him as well?
Oh, we can do that right now.
It's
Yeah,
nighttime.
Y'all have plenty of spell slots, right?
Right.
I got one, and then some. First level.
I know exactly. How tall is she? Are you would say?
She's probably about 5'5", 5'4".
Oh, so she's tall.
She's
There's a hole.
Well, also for a teenager,
She's tall for a goat.
she's tall for a teenager. 5'5". Grown
Hey,
women aren't.
I've
that
never
tall.
been called tall once in my life. Here I am. Now I'm tall.
She's taller than I thought.
Yeah.
No. You can go back to what you said.
Okay.
I'm a tall king now, baby.
Yeah, that's right. But she says, so yeah, she's being very quiet, very still.
It's just him with her,
Stone
correct?
shaper.
I came back. I told her to wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's
Little
staying
breathing
around
holes.
the corner. She has not seen y'all.
Well, I'm gonna have a big sigh. I guess I have to like Owen now. We can't kill her.
Yeah.
We have to save her.
What? We could also just come back at tomorrow night.
I'm not
then
leaving
assassinate
her here with him when you
Alright. So we assassinate him tonight. She can maybe distract him if he wakes up, if her stealth isn't quite on par, and be like, oh, I'm just coming back to bed, babe. And then we shake. You know?
So one more time.
Shake.
I knew this was the plan. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about it.
Rise of the God.
This could be our only opportunity.
This might be the only one.
This
I think we
is our
should
chance.
not charge, but stealth up there.
Stealth.
Look for traps.
Someone
and
pass
tripwires.
without a trace.
Yeah, as long as we have passed without trace, that's
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, that's what we got her for. She can distract him. Woo, I'm in the mood. Yeah, what mind can resist that? I don't know a single
Gonna put
one.
her up to
She's
that.
pretty attractive to get along.
All right. Well, are we going to kill this dude or what?
Whatever we do is
Let's do
going
it.
to be
Or
infinitely
mind-
Well, we're not going to kill him. We're going to save him.
And then we wrap them up.
We're going to try to
chains.
save him.
We'll put some real heavy stones on them so they can't move.
All right.
So, what's going on?
To the castle.
All right. You go to the front gate.
Stealth.
Oh, there. Stealth. Need stealth checks, y'all.
And we'll talk to Olma and
Y'all succeed on these
Yeah.
because I don't have pass without.
That's what. Oh,
I did. Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
I got a 22, Mom.
Oh, not the rogue
No.
over there giggling.
yeah.
We have like
Oh,
plus
wait,
20,
but
so
I
it's
have
fine.
disadvantage on.
It's all
Stealth?
Why do I have
Because of
disadvantage
your
on
Probably got armor, probably.
Possibly, yeah.
So doesn't you roll again?
You're not speaking.
Jeez.
So I got a 17.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah,
I'm so
11.
glad. 11? Ooh, that's pretty good. I got a 7.
Okay.
nice.
You got a 16.
11.
4.
So you guys begin moving around towards the
Quick.
front of the tower.
Quiet.
As soon as you round the corner, you realize standing on either side of the gateway are what look like these dimly glowing creatures. And they immediately turn towards you and look like they're going to attack. So there you go.
How
Initiative.
dare they?
All right.
I'll show you, Dylan.
Yeah.
I got an advantage. You gotta be.
You did something good.
Yeah, we got the,
Oh yeah, real good.
we got the amazing roll with advantage.
You're saying too close to Kyle.
Oh no! What are you talking about? You get to go first with that roll. Doesn't the 1 mean you go first?
Yeah, you're number 1.
You're number 1. You rolled 1 twice in a row with advantage.
Do they actually look corrupted celestials? Or like full blown? There's gotta be something, right?
Well, they're not reading as celestials, but you get the feeling they are beings of light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna charge the first one and do a little stabby stab on
All
it.
right, go for it.
And so we're right at the gates, and is that what they
I think we're just gonna
so
let
you're
everybody
moving
else is just gonna
to
leave, right?
here.
Hey, that's fine. This is
Right
where I
here?
go out. This is the way I go out.
Gotcha. You are right there.
Take
Okay.
a boat down with me. It's not a great roll, but dirty 20. Does that hit?
Oh, yeah.
So there's celestial.
Okay.
Where's the
8, 9.
The celestial.
So 10 piercing. I get sneak attack because swashbuckler. So that's another 3 piercing.
That's 13.
Yeah, 1 second. So up to an hour. Okay, so I will bonus action transfer this to that guy and get another D6 piercing on him.
Okay.
So another 3.
You should be able to.
I can cast the opposite.
Oh, he's done.
And he's dead. Yep.
No.
Oh.
If you have
Okay.
that, yeah.
Second attack.
No, you have to have inflict wounds.
That's the one kill on this one.
That's right.
He's
No.
done this time.
Alright, so it's going to be a 23.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
6, so 7 piercing plus another 5, so 12 piercing together, all together. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. You hit him, and he seems to take the damage. He seems hurt, you know. You notice he starts leaking this kind of weird grayish ichor. So yeah, that was above 20.
Being of light, return to the godly realms. You've lost your way.
Where you belong. Yes.
Just like that.
Yep. All right. That was above 20. 20, 19, 18. 18. Yes, sir.
So what I'll do is I'll come around the corner to where I can see. Can I see that guy from there?
You can see this guy. Yes. I
Okay.
cannot see the other one, but you
That's
can see
fine.
this one. Yeah.
That's fine. And I will. I'm going to cast Conjure Animals, the 5th level spell,
Okay. And what are you summoning?
and I'm going to summon.
18
Adult
million
topaz
small
dragon.
rats.
I'll summon 4 level 1 CR1 creatures.
What are they? What do you got options for?
Brown bear, direwolf, giant eagle, giant hyena, giant octopus, giant spider, giant toad, giant vulture, lion, tiger.
Brown bears. Let's do
Brown bears?
That's fine. You get a brown bear here.
You get a brown bear. You get a brown bear.
You get a brown bear here. A brown bear.
They're that big?
Yeah, they are.
They're large, yeah.
Large, yeah. One right there. And then
That does put them more in perspective. I'm less afraid of the celestial guys now.
That's good.
Except the brown bears have the rear ends to them, so I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. in the
Well,
attack.
Hey,
They have the special move fart, so.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I'm not trying to
Poison
rotate them.
yeah,
There's a way
poison
to.
cloud. Yeah.
It's fine.
There's a way to, but I'm not sure
We
where
can
it is.
just we can just assume that they're turning to face the correct direction.
Okay.
We can use our imagination.
Nice.
Yeah.
Multi attack.
And that's what I'm gonna do with that. Were we doing it to where they go on the same initiative as me, or
I think so. I think it's probably
Okay.
easiest to handle.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and do
So in that case, I will.
I am the Bear King!
it.
I shout when I see them come up.
All right. So each
So
bear,
the Lizard King.
Yeah, I've been
I will have. I guess that guy can't reach
Yeah,
necessarily.
well, we'll move him.
Okay.
We'll move them so they can jockey for position. I mean, they're not stupid. They'll move so they can attack. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
All right.
Oh,
So-
no, they're animals. They're animals. I mean, yeah.
So we'll start with the left most one, and we'll just go to the right.
Sure.
Each one gets 2 attacks, a bite and a claw.
Okay.
So we'll go with a claw or a bite attack,
Mhm.
and that is a 22 to hit.
Yes, absolutely.
And then,
They are not magical or anything, right?
my creatures do count as magical.
Oh, do they? Cool.
Whenever I summon them now, they're on
Yeah.
high enough level. So,
Very good. Very good.
so good.
so that bite does 6 magical piercing,
Okay.
and then the claws It's probably going to miss. That is an 8.
Yeah, I don't miss.
Okay. And then the next one will attack. The second one will attack that same first guy.
Okay.
And he will most likely miss with a 13.
Yeah, I don't miss.
Okay. And then claw attack. That is a 17.
That'll hit.
Hit. The claw attack is 2d6.
Got one of those cards now.
That's right. Which will be
Like I said.
9 plus 4 for 13 magical slashing.
Thank you.
And then the next two will attack the second one.
Okay.
That's a miss. That's a miss. All right, the next one will attack. That should hit 25.
Oh yeah.
And so the bite on that will do 6 plus 4, so 10 magical piercing.
Gotcha.
And then a miss.
Okay.
Wait, 15.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Close though. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Good round for the Bears. That's for sure.
That's it for them. I just figured we'd get some bodies up there to help us out.
Hey,
That
I ain't
19,
mad.
You said
I was 18.
Those
Okay,
bodies
18.
always work.
17,
Magical slashing.
16,
Mm-hmm.
15,
Damage, good tango.
14. 14. Yes.
Alright, I am.
You know, I have to thank
It's
you.
a little squirrely. I'll move if I need
guys.
to. The spell doesn't say I need to see them.
That's over 100 HP.
So I was gonna cast Eldritch
And their
Blast.
damage
Okay.
too. Multi hit.
Eldritch Blast. What kind of damage is that?
It is
Force, I believe.
Force.
Okay. Cool.
Damage.
You will possibly need to move a bit so you can see. Probably there.
Okay.
Which it's not. You still don't have to close with them. You just got to move up about 20 feet.
Ugh. A 17.
That'll hit.
Okay. Nice. And I get 2 beams.
Cool.
This is still
Nice.
just targeting one creature, right?
Beams.
I can't split that, right?
You can split them,
Good.
Yeah, you can if you
but
want.
you can just target both on one. That's up to you. One.
Yeah, I'll just throw it on one.
Yeah, because they're probably strong. So
Yeah, they're strong.
Yeah.
the only reason I split my attacks is because my guys are too big to all focus on.
Right. Right.
They feel strong.
That's strong.
Okay. Well, that's a measly 6 points of force damage.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Wait.
With both, that was both blasts.
2 beams. Yeah, it's only 1d10 each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
Alright. Well, you hit it. It hurt. Ow. He lets out a "Rrr." Did you hit? That was 14, 13, 12, 11.
11.
You go first then.
Acid
That tells us
damage.
something.
Well, does that do anything against celestials? I'll have to cast to find out. Okay, so I'm gonna cast a 3rd level Mills acid arrow.
Single targets attack. Seconds.
Hang on.
Hey, I'm trying to talk to that arrow real quick.
Fuck that MILF arrow.
Yeah, that MILF's acid arrow.
Distract those celestials.
Somebody when they came up with that was just like,
Hey, I'm stuck in the drive.
That's the step MILF.
Hey, stuck celestial. I'm stuck in the drive.
I'm gonna guess it's a single.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll the hit. I think you just rolled the hit. So bad. Use your remember your casting modifier to hit. So. Okay, so roll d20
18.
Plus your casting modifier. So yes,
Which is
definitely hit.
Hang on. Here somewhere.
It's like plus 11.
11. Yeah.
You hit.
So
Yeah.
29.
You got a 30. No,
I got
29.
30.
Sorry, you hit it. Yeah.
29. Okay.
Ooh.
Well, that's a miss.
Which,
And it's,
with the acid arrow, it actually still does damage even if you
so I
miss.
did it. It's 5d6
That's great,
times 4. Please roll well. Actually.
5d6 what?
Bill.
I'm waiting. So 12.
Okay, that's cool.
Huh?
And that was this guy right here?
Yeah.
Close guy? Okay, cool. The one you guys have been working on.
And then at the end of its next turn, it also takes damage
Oh, that's right, yeah.
because it's covered in acid.
Right
Right after this, I think.
So 11. I think the guy near you, Avriel, is going to swing his mace at you for 1 attack. 13
Oh,
To hit?
to hit.
No.
Which I'm
not
pretty
quite.
sure doesn't hit you.
Not even.
And then he reaches out and tries to touch you with his hand.
Mm.
Is that 10?
Okay.
Bad touch.
it's 11.
He's
as well.
got an 18.
That's still gonna miss.
Okay. You were lucky. All right.
Yeah.
His hand touches. His bad touches are bad.
He got the bad.
He got
He's got the real bad.
He got the cheese touch.
Bad.
Your man got the cheese touch.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
The other guy's going to attack the bears that are near him. What is the AC on the bear? He's got a 20.
Hey, that's all you need, baby.
Can you hit the bear with a 20?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He could hit the bear with a 20. Big time. 20.
25 points damage to your bear.
Okay.
Your bear's still up.
It is.
Okay. He takes another swing at the same bear. He does a 27. It does another 25.
It's dead.
Okay. So one of the bears goes down.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That's hard.
What you see him do is
I didn't like that.
he's carrying a big mace. He hits the bear, and you hear this kind of ringing bell noise. And when it does, it's like a flash of light goes off. Okay, and you notice that the bear, he kind of washes out to kind of a white color, and then he turns and hits him again, and the same thing happens. Simultaneously, from the walls towards the front of the castle, you hear somebody saw the flash of light. Okay.
Send it.
No.
I'm going in. I'm killing him.
All right, that brings us to, that's all of 11. Okay, so 10, 9, 8,
Hey!
8, go ahead. Jethro. That still does.
He's raging.
That's what it is. That's his anger.
Did you want to close with
Just
the
clench
bear, or there's not really, well, I mean, I guess since the bears are, you really can't get between them because they're
Right.
kind of blocking. Yeah, you have to kind of move.
Just jump on top of one's back.
Okay, so you were here.
You mount one.
Your movement is what?
40.
10, 20. Yeah, you're not gonna be able. I'll fudge and let you get to that side. That's close enough. Leaping over the bears and
That's right.
as you come down because it's Saga material, so that's fine.
This is the Saga of Stonegate.
It is.
Write that down. Write that down.
He said the name of the episode in the episode.
Rage again.
Rage.
I'm reckless attacker.
Okay. They're reckless at defending.
25 hit.
Yeah.
5 plus 6, 11 plus 3, 14.
14. Oh yeah.
Take the class and do that
Alright.
without my spell slots.
And then that's magical damage, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Attacking again.
Okay. Gotcha.
I was gonna use that one.
28 to hit.
Easily can
Oh,
put a ring on.
oh yeah.
we need that.
They ain't that stuff.
11.
Damage?
Yep.
I've got one use.
That's a
Very
turn.
turn.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Staff.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him. Good solid shot. That was 10,
8.
9, 8. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4. 4. Okay, 5. Go for it.
Come around the corner.
Elias Blaze.
He's gonna blaze it, baby.
Can I see both of them?
If you move to
Yeah.
here, which is 10, 20, that'd be about 30 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna bane them.
Negative save versus that?
Yeah, charisma save 17.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I guess they're high
Riz.
charisma. Yeah, they got the Riz.
Or
Not
the
at you, though.
Plus 9 on charisma saves.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. They saved completely.
But I'm so distracting to get disadvantage, right?
But these guys get a plus 9 on their charisma
But one of
saves.
them has a MILF right next to him.
I know. A Bill's fast arrow, yeah.
Hey, I fell that side.
Yeah, right?
That's gonna be at least like a -3.
Well, guys, I'm heading back to the camp.
You know why I didn't distract you? She didn't say
That was your last
spell.
spell slot, and we're
Yeah,
done.
She didn't say step, bro. That's what it was.
I had
She didn't
first level,
distract.
that's
That's
it.
it. That's what it was.
My conjure animals was my
She just
last
stood there.
time.
Like I
You
just-
just stood there.
Like I
That's
could
what-
have fireballed them, I guess, but
Yeah. Well, there's a lot
There's a lot of things going on.
There's a lot of allies kind of close
Yeah,
to where
yeah.
Oh, they're just bears.
they're just
Yeah.
bears.
Well,
Should've
okay. All right, so that was the end of the round. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna push pause there, and we will finish up. How's everybody looking for next week? Hey, thanks for tuning in for the Saga of Stonegate. If you enjoyed our intro music, it's by a group called Overburden, and the song is Round 2, which seemed kind of appropriate since it's our second podcast involving RPGs. If you enjoyed our podcast and would like to support us, head on over to Patreon and look for Mike the GM. We have several different tiers of support, and one of them actually gives you access to our battle maps
And the highest level tier gives you the battle maps and my Game Master notes. So check us out.